madness. All right, hey guys, how you doing? We're having a pretty rough day, I know, because if you're a Star Wars fan, you opened your door this morning, and there Kathleen Kennedy was personally. She visited you. She spat in your face, and she looked at you, and she looked at your parents first. She said, "How could you? How could you?" You know, Greg B's parents, Gina's parents, Crotchy's parents. Organized Chaos's parents, Drunk Watch Mandalorian's parents, who I'm not so sure that you catch that we're being sarcastic yet. They looked at you. She looked at your parents and said, "How the fuck could you fucking squat down and just crap this being out of your body like this?" And then it's just such a piece of shit, racist, sexist. Every one of us like Star Wars. All the fans, right? That's what happened, right? I mean, I haven't really watched any videos or really read anything, but I'm looking at YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that, and that seems to be the consensus, right? She hates you personally. She thinks you are a sexist. You're a sexist and a rexist, okay? It doesn't matter. Ist and phobe. That's all that, we just say ist and phobe now. We don't even have to say the other things, right? And I think Bob can relate to me. Organized Chaos, you can relate to me with this a little bit. I've already won 2 debates on this topic. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Like a lot of people making the claim that they're attacking the fans. And it's like, if you're not one of those people, they're not attacking you. So that's another example of that kind of cynical, we're just going to blow it out of proportion and say that Star Wars is attacking the fans when, wait, but you're not being racist. So why are you being defensive about the fans? There's never a point where Star Wars said the entire fandom is racist. You're all racists, right? So, do you see what I'm saying? What's the point of all this?
Yeah, they didn't. True. Yeah, no, they definitely didn't say all fans are racist. I haven't seen anybody make that claim.
Do it.
Here I go killing again.
They're talking about racist Star Wars fans. These things aren't mutually exclusive, dude. There are people who call themselves Star Wars fans who are racist. And that's who they were talking to. The ones who were saying that shit to Moses Ingram. It's not that hard a concept. It really is mind-boggling to me that you guys seem to just fall over yourselves to misunderstand this shit.
Are you 100% sure that every single tweet that she got or DM or whatever was purely racist?
No, but she definitely got
they didn't
racist
say that.
ones.
You see how you're moving the goalposts just all over the fucking place, dude?
That's what the story was. That was the basis.
They never said that. They did not say 100% of the fucking messages were stop making up criteria that don't matter, dude.
That's how it got spun, though. That's my point.
Because she did get racist messages. She absolutely did.
It didn't get spun that way. It got blown up in that fucking echo chamber of the fandom menace and whatnot, where they're acting like that's what was said, when it really all that was said was literally right there in the tweet, and you can read it. And if you want to misinterpret it and blow it out of proportion and take it personally for some reason, that says a lot more about you than it does about Star Wars.
What does it say about me?
I don't know. That you're insecure about something, that that you don't know how to read very well, that your comprehension sucks. I'm not sure.
God damn.
Well, guilt by association, Bob. You're here. You're here. Your family. Just like fucking what is it? Olive Garden?
Drinker says that he has to review episodes of Star Wars The Acolyte one at a time for the sake of his health. And let me stop you right there. No, you don't. No, you're an adult man, and it's a TV show. It's not going to harm your health, no matter how much you dislike it. And you might think I'm being pedantic, right? Obviously, he's being non-literal here, but this shtick has worn old by this point, right? The reason that you're reviewing them one at a time is because you get insane view numbers every time you do it, and so you want to stretch it into as many videos as possible. There's this bizarre trend among guys who get paid to be wrong about movies of trying to make you feel like they're making some big sacrifice by watching television. And it was a cute bit to begin with, but they seem to have gotten progressively more serious with time. I mean, above all else, it's just incredibly weak behavior. You get paid boatloads of money to do an incredibly easy job that you're not even good at. The least you could do is not whine about it.
So if you're mad about rainbow capitalism and the issue you have with it is the rainbow and not the capitalism, then that is a problem. That is a problem. Are you mad that they monetize skins and ammo in general and they have deceptive and egregious business practices that are anti-consumer? Are you mad about that? Or are you mad that it is a pride-themed capitalism issue? And I'm going to guess, based on his tweet, that it is about the pride situation. Therefore, it is targeted, and it's not about an issue with capitalism. It's about an issue with the pride aspect of it. Also,
my friends, thank you for watching this video, and if you would be so kind, please subscribe if you like what you see. Help our channel to keep growing and keep fighting the war to save pop culture.
This leak continues. Oh.
It's true. This is a lot of intro, but it's really not an intro. The intro hasn't started yet. This is the pre-stream. We've had, scheduling stuff come up, and we're still waiting on a couple of the guys to show up. And we're going to keep this pre-stream going and see if maybe we can all officially start the stream at the same time. If not, we'll be starting, relatively soon. But that's why this is all edited together with music and everything, is to give you guys a chance to, settle in, get some snacks, hit subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Check out the channels that are linked in the description. Also, you can scan that QR code that's on the screen and get to those links as well. But we will be starting officially here in just a couple of minutes. Thank you for your patience.
I just want to add, it's terrible making people wait for a stream. I've never done that on my stream, except every stream I ever do.
Shut up. Supposed to come on yet. Damn it.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, no, we exploded. Shit.
All right, we're leaving again.
They're supposed to be the defenders of the medium, they're supposed to be defenders of the art, but yet they never talk about it.
A fandom is a community, and a community, they're defined by people contributing to the health of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like as far as like building up the numbers, being good representatives of the thing, making products that fan art and stuff like that. Like all of that is exactly what a fandom is supposed to fucking do, and like encourage other people, to do content, just based on the inspired for inspiration's sake, not inspired because of spite. You know what I mean? That's the only product that you end up getting out of this. And it's like, considering how large these fucking numbers are that these channels get, you would think there would be more possible than just a few short films of bullshit by that Epicverse is apparently gonna maybe do someday. There should be more art coming out of these communities if they were actual fandoms. Got it.
Damn, nice.
You're not actually doing the work in your head here, because if there are, not only did separate but equal exist in people's memory, in the cultural memory of people who are still alive, but then you have rampant policing that is focused entirely on people of color. You have rampant incarceration that is focused entirely on people of color. You have rampant killings by police of people of color, all happening in recent memory. Mm-hmm. And this idea that Black folks or people of color or queer folks who are still regularly being persecuted should not have any sort of support in trying to gain a foothold in a space that is openly hostile to them in every corner, and you're proving how hostile you are to them in the way that you act online, is asinine to me. You are just scared that your whiteness does not implicitly put you at the top.
We're really not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers as far as I'm concerned. And
so really crushing, man. Mr. Brightside,
that if Justice League teaches us anything, it's about coming together and great.
I'm just gonna wait for Bob to notice.
Google what a Wonder Woman #1 is worth
Oh,
right
that's a
now.
good point.
Hey Bob, don't worry about us, man. We're just here gonna do a stream. Whenever you're done with your comic, buddy, you just let us know, and we'll wait right here for you. Okay.
Awesome. Thank.
All right. Well, so Bob's reading a comic book right now, guys, and you may think that I'm joking and like kind of fucking with him. I kind of am, but I actually am perfectly fine with him taking his time, read the comic. You guys and me. Where the hell is TurfNation? I thought he was going to be the one here with me, not you. I thought you were late and Turf was
Well,
on time.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I was expecting to be later. I actually got back a little bit sooner than I thought. They had an issue with the comic book store, so they didn't have as many books. But I also had some money issues. Did you know banks are closed on Juneteenth?
On what?
On Juneteenth. Today's Juneteenth, and
Today's Juneteenth.
I did not know
that
banks
there
were
were
closed. And
banks
I didn't
closed,
even
no.
know it was Juneteenth. But happy Juneteenth.
What is
I need
I'm
to
an
get less
asshole.
books anyways. I have backlog.
What is Juneteenth about?
Okay, it's been a while since I looked up. It is essentially it's
not-
supposed to be the last day where
Oh yeah. The
like
okay,
slavery officially
word
ended.
that the Emancipation
Yeah,
Proclamation
yeah.
had been signed was finally reached the South in Texas. I think it was actually in
Yes,
Gallatin, Corpus
Yeah.
Christi. Yes. Cool.
So it's like the actual kind of end of slavery, although I'm sure it still exists
Fucking-
past then. But still.
Nailed it before you actually answered. So I was in there somewhere rattling around.
Yeah. It's like it's been a while. I remember when it came out, I was like, oh, what is that? And learned about it.
I'm
That
gonna
was a
do
couple
this
years
here.
ago.
Just gonna go ahead and get this up here for us.
Here I am rushing in thinking I'll be
Oh
the
wait,
last
that covers
one.
us up. Never mind.
That looks very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I made a new overlay thing. There you go.
Ooh.
Looks
kind of dark and wonky.
Looks kind of dark. What do you mean dark?
Well, it just shades us pretty much.
This does?
Well, not the one you currently have. The one you have.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, what the hell? Are you
The
seeing
one
something I'm not?
you currently have is fine. I see which one you clicked on before, though.
So the QR code in the corner there, that is actually to our link tree. That's actually got several, just kind of shitloads of channels linked to it. If you ever want an easy spot to go and you're like, oh man, I'm tired of the same content, or actually want to just like a list of the best content about fandom that there is on YouTube, then you just go to that. Yeah. What are you reading, Bob? What's going on, man?
I'm kind of excited. So like they had storage on Marvel, and like I said, I had a budget issue, so I just picked up Nightwing and Wonder Woman, and I really liked the last issue of Nightwing I read, and then I've been digging the Wonder Woman series, so I am excited to catch up on these. All right.
Good times. So let's see what we got here. Any good comments? Say hi to everybody. Hey, woke AF. Be on the lookout for cease and desist on that usage of the AF. What's up, Reed?
Yeah, I can't believe the number of lawsuits you used against me just because I use AF casually. It's like, God damn it.
Juneteenth and birthday. That's pretty badass. Yeah, happy Pride Month. Got that represented up there on the thing as well. And no, not just because DJ's there. Let's see. So, do you have any source for this being the case? Like, what makes you think that? Because we've talked about it. I think all of us have kind of addressed this to some degree by now. Well, except for Turf because he doesn't really stream. But yeah, is there something that's indicating that there's bots that are responsible? Or what makes you say
I
that?
kind of assume bots, just by the fact they can't correctly identify Star Wars movies. But
I mean, these are people that can't correctly identify their ass from a hole in the ground, as my dad would say. So
that is good. True. That is true.
Blissful Haze. Yeah. Just TurfNation comic book. That's
yeah, I actually don't know if they're bots, but they're definitely same people using multiple accounts.
They're definitely drones, whether they're bots or human beings. They are drones.
Because there's actually been quite a few of these people who I have talked to, which kind of surprised me because half the time I'm expecting them to be a bot. But yeah.
Yeah, they're
very dense people. And honestly, the fact they are people is more disturbing than the fact they're bots. I wish they were bots.
Oh, that sounds like you're kind of defensive about something here.
Oh shit, we found a bot.
Bob
That's
of the
exactly what a
Oldie
bot
Ways
would say.
says he missed this part of his workday. Well, I mean, you know, me and DJ did a couple streams during this period.
Yeah.
During this time.
I was about ready to say you and Turf were there last week, and then while Turf and I were gone, you and DJ were doing stuff, which was very good.
Me and Turf didn't. Me and Turf just recorded last week. We didn't stream or anything.
Oh,
yeah, we weren't. That was private, Bob. That was a private
slackers.
We just did our private times. Saxists, yeah, good times.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
You really should, like, holy shit, just change it. Just do it. Pussy Grey Daughter, absolutely. And then you will be the female Robin.
There you go. There you go. Well, I mean, that'd be the female Robin's real name, so only the first female Robin.
Do you know why? Because we're not motivated by, you know, like the thing is that they're motivated, they're hive mind motivated. You know what I mean? The thing that they accuse us of being of like a cult and we're a hive mind and stuff, that's actually what they are. We're, you know, we talked about this in light of as you also can also see, we've got a RIP comic historian thing up there now. You know, just to, I don't know, fucking pay respects, I suppose. But like, no, he had 3 million subscribers plus. And, you know, they're the biggest comic book YouTuber. And, like, you don't see anybody going around. You never saw anybody going around, like, in his name talking shit, you know, and like, no, actually, fuck Comic Historian's a fucking smart guy because he said blah, blah, blah. He's got 3 million subscribers. So anything you say is not as valid as him. You know, the same way that you see from Critical Drinker and, like, all of these guys. And the reason for that is because normal people just watch content and then move on with their fucking day. They're not, like, attached parasocially to that content creator. And like they're not, you know, just like, I mean, it's just cult programming, man. That's what it is. And so you can get them to do anything by saying, look at this bullshit new show that's out. The critics are gonna, the critics may love it, but you know, the fans are gonna reject it. And if they say that, something like that, that's just a trigger for a lot of people's minds to go and fucking review bomb the thing.
Now, the thing to keep in mind is if you know we put together a group or bots or something and start review bombing something. Then it's just kind of going to the whole thing's just kind of be a wash. And the thing to keep in mind is that like the Acolytes, that 2008 movie that's not related to Star Wars at all, that got review bombed, supposedly it destroyed Star Wars. Those reviews, criticizing it for destroying Star Wars, have been removed off Rotten Tomatoes. Essentially, Rotten Tomatoes is updating their policy, and I think they're working towards fixing the review bombing. Honestly, I don't know how they're going to figure it out, especially with streaming stuff. I mean, review bombing might kill the whole idea of doing audience scores for a lot of stuff like that, which would be frustrating. Or maybe you just can't do an audience score within the first like month of it being out or something. You have to come back later. But the fact is, it has them reviewing policies and figuring out how to limit this stuff, which they kind of need to do. Because right now, the audience score doesn't mean anything. So, and then if we just go around and do the same thing, then I kind of don't know what the point is, because the point is everybody can see it at this point. And real quick on Comic Historian, I'd never seen a video of his before, so in tribute, I watched a video of his last week, and it was excellent. He did a very good job.
So anybody that's happens to be spamming the same thing multiple times in chat, this is not the first time that you've had this happen. It's not the first time you've done this. In fact, I think that you've been kicked off of one of my channel at least, and now you're on another channel, repeating shit again, making it about you, which is exactly what we told you last time. You don't need to do that. You were doing that was really fucking weird, making it annoying. Okay, don't make it all about you. Just there's no need to have an interaction between any of us as individuals and you as like a, you know, like any kind of interpersonal type of thing that's fucking weird. Please stop. That's the last warning. Okay. Definitely a poorly programmed bot. Been doing review bombing because a movie with the title Acolyte. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just maybe I don't know. Maybe I just am willing to think that so many of these guys are so dumb that they would just do that. You know, they would like in a rage, in a fit of, you know, programming, you know, like I'm gonna go review bomb. It's so woke. It's the wokest, gayest thing ever. And then yeah, and then they just kind of miss it. They don't know what they're looking at. C Movie Studios. Do you want to come on and have a chat, man? We're waiting on some people anyway. We might as well just fucking, tell me where to send a link. Let's have a conversation because I feel like you have been around before. I think I've seen your name plenty of times, and that for you to still take this away from it is honestly, it just seems dishonest. It seems like you're being bad faith. It seems like you're being a troll. Because we've explained this shit a million times. They don't live rent free in my head. I don't think about them until I get on the internet after I wake up and I do my fucking routine every day. And finally I sit down and I get online and I look and I'm like, oh, here's what these fucking idiots are saying. It literally doesn't bother me one single bit anymore. It did used to, for sure. And maybe that's something cynical on my part that it doesn't. But I mean, these are guys that lie about the media that they're allegedly consuming. Some of them don't even fucking watch it. Melanie Mack doing reviews on, and that wouldn't be a big deal. It wouldn't matter, right? If it wasn't for the fact that then the people that consume the media, consume the YouTube videos, because they often don't even watch the content either. They watch the YouTubers tell them what to think. And then they go out into the fucking world and they repeat bullshit. And they just take a big steamy shit in the fandom communities, right? And often that shit is flung at POC, people of color, LGBTQ people, women, or just anybody that likes something. You know what I mean? So like, I'm sorry that you don't understand the difference between healthy fan engagement and just like what it means to not be a complete piece of shit garbage human being. And but that's really the reason that we do this, is because we're trying to express to people like there is a healthy way to do this, a good way, a way that builds community and builds, that isn't antisocial. That's the reason that we do this, not because they live rent free in our heads, okay? Because we have morals. You should try it. All right.
True.
Did you fucking watch Acolyte, dude?
I haven't seen the latest one. No, I've seen the first 3. Is it an improvement? Because I have I really enjoyed the first one, and then it's been kind of diminished returns each one after that. So I'm kind of hoping for an improvement.
So the bulk of the episode is honestly kind of slow. I mean, I didn't really gain much more from it. Like I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I'm gonna finish it out. But like it hasn't just like okay. Up until the last literal minute of the episode, it hadn't grabbed me yet. But dude, there's a reason that I made this. Let me see. Where's it at? I made an image today. I expressed my fandom about Star Wars today for the first time in quite some time. Because, as I've talked about before, Rise of Skywalker was a big disappointment for me.
Yes.
And I kind of lost.
For many of us.
I lost that magic. But I put this together just because this guy is fucking cool looking. And his entrance to the show was fucking awesome.
Nice. Damn.
I mean, I can just show it to you. I have the clip if you want to check it out.
Sure. Yeah. I feel like I'm already getting a little spoiled because I think.
Let's see. Where's so TurfNation apparently thought that we weren't starting for another hour. I think.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going on there. And then DJ said he might be able to, or he had to go into work early or something like that. But he's going to try and come.
Well, he said he. Oh, he said hopefully he can get done and get back in time, but he said that when we were supposed to be starting.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay. I don't know what's up with that. We will.
That kind of sucks, man. I was really looking forward to all of us being back today, and that's not looking like that might happen. I don't know. It's not Darth Smiley. You know what his helmet looks like? Is a goddamn xenomorph. Seriously. Look, I've got another image here. We can. Helmet looking like a xenomorph.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's got teeth, and it's even got like veins there.
Okay. I don't know who that is. That is very cool, though.
No, nobody does. Nobody does. He's a mystery guy. But he does have a big smile on his face, Big evil grin. It's his helmet. What is it with Sith and helmet, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with that?
Hey, to their credit, they have pretty badass looks.
It is true, yeah. Okay, so for anybody that is not had not seen it, we got a race to 2K going on right here, and it's a big deal, guys. We're like putting all our resources behind this campaign. We got Show Clips is almost at 2,000 subscribers, and AirrickDebunks is also almost at 2,000 subscribers. Let's get one of them or both of them to 2,000 subscribers. Why not? You know.
But only one. Once one reaches 2K, the other one was never past 2K.
Mm-hmm.
It's a red line.
But I mean, no matter who wins, Eric wins, right? Like, because he's part of both of these things. He's like, technically, he's, you know, but also we win. All of us win. And then you win too. Everybody wins except for CHUDs because, you know, they shouldn't.
Yeah, fuck them.
Really, Dane? I thought you and DJ are friends. What are you talking about? Did I say something mean about him? Did I let my true feelings slip? What happened?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Okay, so as far as where's he at? C Movie Studio said he'd be willing to come on and talk. You know, good faith. I mean, when do you think it'd be a good idea? Should we wait on that, or should we just try and do it now?
I would say try to do it now, since I mean we might have like 20 minutes till turf. So maybe if he wants to talk for like 20 minutes.
C Movie Studios, I can't drop the link
there.
in the chat, man, because then like a bunch of people would click on it, and then it would be a shit show for the stream. So if you can give me an email, I can send it right there. Or
hello,
hey man,
maybe at the end of the
stream. Late,
bro.
Yo,
I thought we were doing this at 4 p.m. Bob's time.
Why did you think that?
Okay, I have fucking screenshot for this shit.
Do you? Let's see it.
Let's
see that
oh
screenshot.
shit!
Let me find it.
Oh,
Let me
shit.
find it. Let me find it. Let me find it.
Oh shit! Screenshot. We might be doomed.
I mean, I'll have a screenshot in just a sec. All right. Let me get my snipping tool in here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Just you guys wait until I have my snipping tool ready. Yes.
Okay. You guys might just be seeing the breakup of the initiative right now. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. When Turf gets the snipping tool ready, we are fucked. Okay. This whole group's fucked.
Yes. Everything's falling apart. Okay.
Everything falls apart.
This is the day of the reckoning.
The day of reckoning. I don't know why I'm singing that. It's not a song that exists or anything.
I mean, because you don't have much time left. Just in general. So
before you chat that destroys us.
Exactly.
Your content is slander.
Oh shit! It is.
Okay, look at this. Are we doing the stream Wednesday? I'll probably be able to do it a little bit later than usual, but around 4 p.m. Bob time. I was planning on it.
But wait, no, there was more said since then, though. This is on the fucking 15th, dude. There was more said since then.
Yes.
You didn't keep up with the conversation.
What are you on about? I said, are we doing it 4 p.m.? And Bob was like, sure. And so I ran with it. Okay.
Let's see where. So.
Oh my god, this is way back in the chat.
Okay. Yesterday, 1:19 a.m., 5 p.m. EST, 2 p.m. No, wait, that was actually yesterday about yesterday meeting up with Bob. So where was?
Yes.
Well, I'm right though. You did say noon today, like my noon today. I know you said that.
Who?
Bob? Right?
No. I think we planned noon today. Yesterday, during the recording.
Oh, it was during.
During the recording.
Well, you know what, Turf?
Aha.
Turf?
You know what? It was a meeting.
You were just like, I'm too
Turf.
cool. You're like, I'm too cool to be in the recording. I don't have to do that shit. I'll be good. And then you missed it.
Listen, I had my final exam this morning for my bachelor's degree, and
priorities.
And I was getting ready yesterday. Okay, so that's why I was not. And then I thought, you know what? I'll do all that. Then I'm going out for dinner with my grandparents, and then I'm gonna come in.
No way, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. Total fabrication.
This video contains adult content. This video contains adult.
Fuck you. Screw you. All right. So I was thinking the whole time, 4 p.m. Bob time. I'm gonna make that. I'm a good time, and then I'll get the whole fucking tier list set up.
You're prioritizing your education and time with your family over the initiative. Who would do that? The fuck? No.
The fuck, man. So why did I put Gary? I'm sorry.
From my point of view, Turf is evil.
Well, then you are wrong. Only listen. Only fucking initiatives deal in absolutes. Okay.
Well, listen, Turf. If I had remembered that chat from like I think it was like 2 months ago, I would have made sure to say, okay, let's do 4 o'clock today. But
it was
I
4 days ago.
There's a lot in that chat in 4 days. I just have to say.
That is true. That is true. And listen, okay, to give you guys just a little bit of leeway, but not really a lot. I could have made sure today because I know 4 p.m. is not our usual time. But I was thinking, you know what? Bob and Dane are both intelligent people. They can remember one fucking like agreement we've had. But apparently I was wrong.
Turf, I don't even know why I had...
think that just because a guy reads comics, he can't start some shit?
I don't even know what I had for breakfast this morning. You're expecting me to remember a chat from 4 days ago? What the hell?
Yes.
You put me on a pedestal, my man.
Look, you know the reason we started early, Turf. You know the reason we start early every week, basically, is because
I know. You know? And then I thought, okay, the one time I said, okay, you know what, let's start a little bit later. I thought you guys would be like, hell yeah.
The one time, and then it's our fault suddenly, right?
Yes.
We're trying to start early. You know what? I don't appreciate your kind of your sinister little plot you're doing here. Okay,
it's insidious.
Fuck you. I can find yeah.
Pure cope.
Like what, like the thing where you like, right? You do that. You sprinkle it on top. It adds a little like spice, actually.
Hey,
DJ.
Bob, shut up.
Like, I don't get offended by shit.
Tired of your shit, man. So listen, this time that I've been gone, you guys just turned into fucking grifters, I guess.
We're hacks now.
Yeah.
We're frauds.
Hey, I haven't been here for 3 weeks, okay? I am not taking credit.
Oh yeah, what were you doing? Taking care of children?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, my family takes priority over your family, okay?
Yes.
I thought that was clear, okay?
Listen, I'm about to leave.
The hierarchy is Bob's family, initiative, everybody else's family, okay?
Yes.
I think it's fairly obvious.
Yeah, I mean that's how mine is too. Mine is Bob's family, initiative,
everyone else, and then your own.
That seems fair, right?
Anybody that doesn't know my real name's Tyrone. Haha. Gotcha.
Oh shit! What?
Oh, plot twist. All right. Well.
Oh man, we've just fallen. We've shattered. This is a fucking. Yeah.
Sorry. Were you guys in the middle of something? Because you guys get back to that.
We were in the middle of buying time. We were in the...
Yeah, pretty much. That was possibly going to bring this guy on. Who?
Yeah, we were going to bring on somebody, but
it's been a while since somebody actually made this kind of comment where it's just like, "Oh, you're letting these chuds live in your head rent free," and it's like, "Oh my god, how many times do you have to explain why we do this?" It's not because they bother us; they really don't bother me. But yeah.
I personally, like, the reason I cover them a lot is because I find them entertainingly dumb.
That's one reason too. Yeah, oftentimes it is fucking funny, dude. It is just funny.
And the issue I have is the fact that when I, years ago when I first covered them, thinking they're entertainingly dumb, the dumbasses who would come in and actually defend their points, and it's like, is this fucking real?
Actually we didn't finish up this intro. There's actually one pretty damn funny moment that happens related to you, Bob. But yeah, this is from a stream me and DJ did a while back.
Google what a Wonder Woman #1 is worth right now.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
For $25, if I could have gotten Amazing Fantasy 15 for 25 months, I would have just kept 15.
Oh no!
Right. It's almost like
you've read Amazing Fantasy number 15, right?
$5 if I could have gotten Amazing Fantasy 15.
Let's talk about. Go back to ISOM. What about it? Are you asking? What specific?
Wait. You've read Amazing Fantasy number 15, right?
What specific action are you asking pertaining? No.
Dude, Amazing Fantasy. Are they on our team?
I don't know. Worth a lot of money.
Bro, guys, the Soska sisters know what Amazing Fantasy 15 is. Eric didn't. Yeah.
I would just love, like, there you go, Amazing Fantasy 15, and Eric goes, oh, what's that?
Yeah, exactly. He's got fucking PTSD. I just like such a. I mean, it's okay. It is specific, but it's also just probably the one a lot of people think of first, right? When you're thinking of like most famous comic books.
Yeah, it's gonna be that and like Action Comics 1.
Yeah. So did
And
you
X
send
Men
the
number
email? I guess not. Tom McDonald, dude, I love how you're like the Miracle Whip of rap. You know,
Man, that's a bit of an insult to Miracle Whip.
kind of is, yeah. You want to hear something crazy? I grew up. My family was a Miracle Whip family. We had Miracle Whip when I was growing up, and then I didn't realize until I got like as an adult that like a lot of people don't like that shit at all. I was surprised. This is welcome to the Miracle Whip Initiative, Mayonnaise Initiative. That's what we're doing now.
Team Mayonnaise.
Turf, have you been watching Acolyte?
I've not gotten to it yet. I have a lot I need to catch up on, but I also am starting to have more time. But I mean, I know a lot about it now, and I've been caught up with the fucking.
I mean, it's worth saying I have lots of complaints about it, and I'm like I think it started out really strong, and then it's been diminishing returns for me. But I swear to God, the CHUDs are just wrong on every single complaint they have. It's infuriating.
Yeah, here's the thing about it. I haven't seen it, and I feel like I know a lot about it, but nothing to do with the quality of it.
Yes.
Like I don't know what actually happens in it. I don't know, if there's certain
Can I show you guys something?
I don't know plot things.
Can I show you just a quick scene? Like, look, it's a spoiler, kind of, but not really, but kind of. Just watch this, because man, I was just telling Bob right before you came on that like I didn't give a shit. No, not that I didn't give a shit. I was watching the show. It just wasn't really like hooking me yet. But then it did. In the newest episode at the very end. Well, you know what it is, guys? You can't drop a link in my chat because I don't allow it. I'm sending you on a goose chase. Man. So sorry about that. Oh well. What? He fucking floated down. Did you see that? See that again.
Whee.
That's a fucking good intro. This got me perk up, man. When I was watching last night, is at the very end of the episode, of course. But
my dick is hard.
And then he just walks right up to her here, looking like a xenomorph.
Identify yourself.
Watch out! Run!
Oh shit.
That's pretty cool. Pretty good shot. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so I love not having watched a show, but having like there being so much discourse about it, and all I really know from following that discourse is there was a fire, someone was kind of birthed from the Force, and then fucking Kiadimundi now.
We don't know. We don't know that it was somebody from born from the Force.
Yeah, wasn't it like witch? It isn't like
it could be
the whole thing.
misinformation, man. Like, well, that's the thing. That's part of the thing that the CHUDs aren't considering is that like they're always breaking lore and stuff, and it's like, dude, we're not. This is it's a mystery show for one thing. There's several mysteries that are being revealed as the show goes on, like, and there's probably some lying happening by some characters.
No, if it is not, if something is introduced in the first episode,
it's got to be true. This is interesting. A is not A
all the way through.
Nobody I know likes the show.
Dislike it.
What do you? I just want to know what it is at the point of saying something like this. It seems like some kind of social pressure. Would that be the reason for making a comment like this?
Even though I said that it's diminishing returns on each episode so far for me, I wouldn't quite say I dislike it. I think despite what a lot of the chuds are saying, I think for the most part it's decently well directed. Some of the acting get iffy. Some of the acting gets amazing too. So I don't know if I would completely want to bash that one. God damn, the guy from Squid Games is almost unrecognizable in this series. Like I didn't know it was him, and then I look up, I'm like, that's the dude from Squid Games. Holy shit. And then you look at the face and you can't ignore it anymore. But
well, also as far as this goes, like, I mean, there's a good chance, you know, like a lot of people are, you're in a, you know, kind of insulated community where you know, these algorithms, social media algorithms that we all fucking live with, if you're not careful, they will corral us into a very like-minded, you know, community of people. And especially when it comes to YouTube and the algorithm, how that works, we've talked about that plenty. In fact, like and subscribe, whatever channel you're watching. You know, it'll corral people into that kind of thing where everybody hates it. Everybody I know fucking hates this show. It's like, well, yeah, but then there's like a whole other community of people who everybody they know likes the show, or is at least giving it a shot, giving it a chance. They didn't start hating it before it released. Anyway,
and I'm just gonna be blunt. If you are not watching it, if you're just watching content on it and not actually watching it, you don't really have much to add to the conversation. Just to be brutally honest, you don't. Watch it and then give your 2 cents.
So there's one more little thing this guy does. I want you guys to see this shit.
Oh shit. Damn.
Exactly. Most people are not on the internet getting their opinions from the internet in the same way that the people that, you know, go around repeating the shit. DJ Froggy, 51-year-old fan, loves the show. Enjoys the show. Sorry.
I love the people who are like, oh, look at the Rotten Tomatoes audience score. It's so low. Where are the people who actually like the show? I was like, they don't care. They don't care this much, you know?
So
they're not fucking lunatics.
Are they talking about the actual one for the Acolyte or for the 2008 movie Acolytes?
Oh, yeah, which one are they?
That's so funny.
Or the fan film Acolyte.
I agree, Tom McDonald. Man, Ben Shapiro makes everything better, to be honest. Like, just get that guy, you know, rapping on Star Wars the way that he rapped on that song with you that one time. That's good shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of bragging rights for him that nobody's voice will get his wife's area drier.
Yeah.
Dry as that piece of wood that he had in that plastic bag that he got from Home Depot that time.
Ooh, so dry.
Well, so Paul Moses,
thing, right?
That's a good question. We don't have a whole lot of the tier list left to do, but we did want to finish it off.
Yeah,
but
kind of hoping Eric DJ would get here. I don't know if that's going to happen though.
I mean, I know that he said last night that he wanted to be, you know, he planned on being here because he missed it last time. So, yeah.
Well, we could bring it up and kind of do a rehash, kind of go over it, see if we want to change any votes or anything.
Yes.
Perf, did you at least have that ready? I know you weren't on time today, but did you have the tier list ready? Or?
Oh, Thaki. I've been working on it right here. I have a screenshot ready. I'm just putting everything into place. So if you would give me a minute, you damn beautiful
Time
man,
up.
then I will be there. Fuck. Okay. We can also always see if we want to.
I'm just reading my comic books. You guys get to watch me read comic books live.
Ew, you read comic books?
Ew.
Ouch. I'm gonna need silence when I'm reading, okay?
What are you reading these days?
You guys want to roast a CHUD video real quick? It's just kind of give DJ a little more time.
Yes, and also by the way, it's ready now. I've just finished.
We're gonna roast a quick CHUD video. This is I don't know, beginner level probably. I don't know. I haven't even watched it, but we'll see what happens.
Following The Acolyte, I really felt like things couldn't get any worse for Disney, and coming off the back of Inside Out 2's success, I also thought that maybe a part of them was looking to improve, and that Disney were looking to make changes and start to prioritize their audience again. But it...
yes, because all these people were hella excited for Inside Out 2.
Dude.
Just because Inside Out 2 makes money, it's anti-woke now? What?
Just
Well,
like
and because it's a successful movie in the theater, that must mean that that proves that they must they're actually deciding to make good movies again, right? Like, what the
and
fuck is this guy
respecting
has
the
no idea
fans.
how movies are made or anything that, like,
Yes. Everybody knows if you want to know the best movies of all time, you just look up the top 10 box office movies for the year, and those are the best movies of that year.
Yeah.
Objectively speaking.
I mean, that voice is the type of voice that you do when you're a content creator, and you've probably taken some lessons in how to speak so that you can keep the listener engaged.
I mean, do you guys want to know the top 3 best movies of all time? Just like pure
Yes.
quality, cinematic quality.
Yeah.
On third place, we have Avatar: The Way of Water.
Mhm,
On second place, the second best movie of all time, we have Avengers: Endgame.
True. I
And
mean,
at
look,
number-
true. When you're right, you're right.
And at number 1, we have Avatar. These are the 3
And
greatest.
and
movies
listen,
of
these
time.
are none of these are what I would consider bad movies, but they are not like the best movies ever. My God.
No, and none of these movies are Disney.
I mean, freaking Avengers Endgame, I'll tell you straight up, like Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, much better movies than Avengers Endgame.
Oh,
No
absolutely.
question. Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely like, Avengers Endgame. It's good, but it's not great. No, but then Spider-Man 2 is amazing. But then greatest movie of all time, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's like,
Well,
I'm glad we all agree on that.
I think Spider-Man 2. I think
I mean,
you're
look,
underrating
we had a whole
Spider-Man 2
debate
quite a
about
bit.
this, and if in case you forget, I won. I won. So
Well, we can't both have won, Dane. So I won, obviously.
Yeah, I
Right,
mean,
well, I mean-
obviously, you two, you both winning cancels each other out, so I win by default. So
It's like a minus and a minus gives a plus.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I won. So
I'm looking at Inside Out 2 on YouTube just to see, like, what chuds have said it, or like what's the
Yeah.
deal with this one? Have they said anything, or have they just
Probably
been too
not.
busy with
It's not really going to be their market, but
But,
Inside
but
Out
when it
2
does
is
well,
fine.
suddenly it is, and they're like, "This is good
Yeah.
cinema."
Oh wait, here's one. Pixar is dead. Just kidding. Inside Out 2 made like $1 bajillion.
Mm.
Yep. I don't even think that's not even a chud, right? That's probably someone making fun of it.
But where are they saying? I mean, look, it's stupid for him to say what he said, but he at least is giving them some credit for a success, which I bet a lot of these chuds aren't even going to mention the success of this one, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, no! It hurts their narrative. Disney is dying. Didn't you know that? It's dead.
Yep, totally dead, guys. Two white savior films and Avengers Endgame. We live in a society. I mean, we certainly do. There's a lot of white people on the Avengers too. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's like the main people are white.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I'm not quite sure if I would quite qualify Avatar 2 as a white savior film. I think the Avatar 1, you could make a pretty solid argument. Or Avatar 2 is a bit different.
Well, let's see if Jesse Grant kind of turns it around here.
Oh,
It's out that the only part of Disney that had changed was the Pixar department, as Disney have recently stooped to an even new low. As a recently deleted article that came out from a well-established Hollywood media company in Looper came out attacking...
I'm going to go ahead and criticize Looper. You shouldn't have deleted it.
They shouldn't have. And here's the thing. DJ covered this, AirrickDebunks covered this last night, and they looked at the numbers of... So the video that he was watching was Yellowfash, and he's like, just fucking hand-wringing over the fact that Looper, this enormous company, criticized just these regular guys making YouTube videos or whatever. And then you look at the numbers on Twitter, they have hundreds of thousands of followers. They have and then Looper has like 40,000 or something like that. On YouTube, they get, you guys know what numbers they get on YouTube. Yeah. Million views on some videos and shit like that. Hundreds, upwards of 500,000 views. Loopers, like their biggest ones of the last few months, they're getting like 75,000. Yeah. So to present, like maybe they are owned by some company or something like that. Sure, but it's a good chance.
We are the small. We're the small guys. We're just getting targeted by these big companies.
The joke I made was it's a good chance these guys are fucking paid by Coke Industries too. So yeah, it's not a story of like some evil soulless company, the giant company just coming down on these poor innocent YouTubers. Fuck that. Yeah. They're not victims.
Also, Bob, get out of here with your fucking $2 million box office. Move. That's a bad movie. I don't care if money was worth more, but just screw you.
I mean, do you guys want to know
make
about
more
some
money than everything? Because that's. I mean, this guy says that Spartacus is the best movie, but did it make a lot of money?
And fun fact, do you guys want to know some of the worst movies ever made? Furiosa just came out. One of the worst movies ever made.
I watched it.
Shawshank
It was
Redemption.
horrible.
Blade
Worst
Runner's
movie
really
ever- well,
bad.
the worst movie. Yeah, Blade Runner 2049
Lebowski
was really
sucks.
quite bad. Yeah.
Fucking The Thing was that John Carpenter movie. The Thing, that shit
Yeah.
sucks, dude. Didn't even really make anything. It was a big bomb.
But this is what happens when you judge your movie opinions based on box office numbers. They're shit.
Yeah.
No shit. You guys see that, by the way? The YouTube community notes thing?
Oh yeah,
they've done
I
that?
saw
Oh,
DJ
nice.
cover it. I am interested
Yeah.
to see how that rolls out.
That'll be cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing if we're actually going to be able to have on like every Nerdrotic video is going to have a community note.
Yeah.
It
It should.
be great.
Critical drink.
No notes for no love for Spirited Away, but Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. That was one of the greatest movies ever, for sure.
So I'm in the minority, I know, but I was never a huge fan of Spirited Away. I love Princess Mononoke though. But yeah, Spirited Away.
Spirited
Maybe I
Away
need to
does
rewatch
not have.
it. It's been a while.
Yeah, and what is this shit? By the way, look at Nerdrotic's tweet. Look, they gave him this fucking in. They gave him the W by deleting their shit. Like, but I mean, at the same time, they were probably getting fucking heavily bombarded.
Probably
by shit. You know, the kind of shit that we deal with all the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, we rolls off. Or, but
and essentially they did an article, and it seemed like it was a lot like articles by Forbes, and of course the Mary Sue did an article, and the difference being that they didn't delete theirs.
Yep.
Yeah.
They stood by it, but Looper apparently are some pussies. Fuck y'all for doing that. But then he has to add the only people he sees doing encouraging hatred and bigotry are Lucasfilm. What the fuck are you talking about, Gary? Like, what is he talking about?
It's their victim complex.
Both the critical drinker and Nerdrotic directly.
Some audience members have issues with the show's diversity and LGBTQ+ themes, and those should be dismissed. However, viewers should genuinely examine the legitimate criticisms the Acolyte has received.
Okay, I'm assuming that's from
Looper,
fucking I assume that the text in the top is from fucking Jesse Grant.
This is the
Looper
Delted
post?
the Delted Looper post.
Look,
we all
Jesse
do
Grant's whole
typos,
thing-
but that's really bad. That's
Jesse Grant's whole thing is just basically like, if I suck on their scrum enough and I just, suck up to these guys just enough, maybe I can be on Friday Night Tights.
No, I covered
It's pretty
Jesse
sad.
Grant like a couple weeks ago when he was talking about how Critical Drinker destroyed Chris Stuckman, which was obviously not true since Chris Stuckman still very much is a movie YouTuber. But
yeah,
the one thing I discovered was that Jesse Grant is
making movies. That's the thing. He's also actually making a movie, and they don't like that. They would like to dismiss that fact.
And the big thing I'll also say is that Jesse Grant was unbelievably boring. And
he's
yes,
really
you are
fucking
right.
lame.
He is sloppy on the knob quite a bit.
Like, I can understand. Like, honestly, just from a perspective of entertainment value, I get why they don't let him on Friday Night Tights. He's fucking. He's a vacuum of charisma.
Yeah,
believe me, we can smell our own.
Yes, I'm very. I just suck up all charisma all the time, and man, I think Jesse Grant might be a mood kill for me.
Let's check out his got his thumbnails here. Just to look at the creativity on display with this fucking intellectual giant.
Whoa, there's so much variation.
Dead revenge lie return. Yikes! Cringe. Dead dumb sexist.
I like how he varies up the Ray photos. You can't tell if they're actually different photos of Ray. It's very subtle differences.
These are just.
Oh yeah. So fun fact. So far, I was just gonna say. So far, the new season of Doctor Who is excellent.
That's what I hear. I mean,
you're not a real fan, Bob.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's not anything really worth saying that's that they're saying that's worth I mean, what they're worth hearing because it's important to know. By that, typically we mean like we'll listen to them. You come to us and we'll tell you what's said. But also, you can check them out yourself. We're not trying to discourage you. Just if you can't stand to listen to them, but you're still interested in what they're saying, then we're a good source for that. It's more looking at the patterns of what they say, that I think is the most important thing. And seeing, once you kind of see it play out enough times, then you can kind of predict what's going on. Right? Like Disney, they're always going to go after Disney, unless they can manage to make, like hide from their audience the fact that something is Disney. Like somehow they kind of got away with that with Avatar 2.
Yeah, they were talking about how Avatar 2 was destroying the MCU, and it's like
destroying Disney.
Fuck?
I mean, no, turds do. You know what I mean? Like, this is the lowest common denominator, just lowest effort, lazy fucking. I didn't think that it could get much worse than like Nerdrotic and stuff, honestly. But like, this is probably that's worse. It's worse.
The only thing is,
at least he doesn't have the muscle women.
Yeah, at least like
True.
this. At least he's not doing anything to make these characters out of proportion. Like it's still normal photos of them compared to a lot of these other YouTubers.
I think to a degree he's trying to look a bit more middle road.
Yes, that's what you when you have a turd in your thumbnail.
Yeah, turd.
I'm a level-headed person.
I'm a measured man.
In comparison, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry, we can continue on, or we can not. It's up to you guys.
Let's watch it a little bit more. Let's see what Bro has to say.
Let's see Jesse Grant.
Cultural critics like the Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic have dubbed the show lore-breaking for its recent revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started.
Labeling them as encouraging hatred by just calling out an objectively bad show.
Okay, you're a fucking moron, Jesse Grant.
It's not objectively bad. No.
God damn it. How you can't say it's objectively bad because look, Jesse Grant, this might be hard for you. We're saying that it's not bad, right?
Huh?
So therefore, it is not objectively bad because we disagree. There you go.
And
film is a fucking art form.
This is Jesse Grant criticizing Looper for just having an opinion too. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The thing is, like anyone who talks about art and talks about objectivity, it's just lying to themselves,
Yes.
Like art is only art because humans are there to witness it and look at it and appreciate it, right? We make something into art, and humans cannot just be objective with our opinions. It's just not possible. Hence, art is not fucking objective. We can say objective things about like, okay, yeah, there's the fucking planets, like fucking gravity exists. We might not understand it, how it's really exists, right? But like these are forces that if we weren't there would still be gravity. There would still be a fucking planet,
Oh, and real quick, some more objective truths. Trans people exist, gay people exist, women read comic books. Just a couple of objective truths I thought I'd throw out there.
Well, I mean, Luca, there's nothing wrong with objective criticism because it doesn't exist.
No.
I mean, it does in the sense that, like, if you want to say, like, The Acolyte is a Star Wars show.
You could look up what camera and talk about what camera it was shot on.
These actors star in it.
Yeah.
There are lightsabers in it, things like that.
And like, there is also, like the whole, some people trying to be more objective. And I guess like when people say that, they mean trying to remove their own bias in a way, it's okay. There's these certain standards that I've agreed and many other people have agreed. Okay, this is kind of standards for good media and good film and stuff. And you can try to analyze based on that. But at the end of the day, whatever your conclusions are and your own attributions of the media that you're reviewing, it's going to be subjective at the end of the day. You can try to like remove yourself, be like, I love the show, or like I didn't like the show, but I can understand why other people would like it, right? Because I think it does this really well, and the story flows in this way, right? And I don't think I think there's a plot hole here, stuff like that, But at the end of the day, once we try to attribute quality to something, it just cannot be objective. It kind of like 100% objective, because that just doesn't exist.
I mean, this is a
It's
good
also
point.
boring.
It could be that. It could be that all the characters die. You know, this, if you want to hop over to Star Trek, Turf, I know you're all about that.
I love it. I've never heard of Star Trek. What is this?
Star Trek Discovery introduced the spore drive in the first season, right? And and that immediately chuds were like, oh, you know, the few chuds. There's much fewer of them with Star Trek, but they're there. You know, like, oh, that breaks lore. Why wouldn't there be a spore drive? And you know, why would they not just have that now? Like, because it takes place in the past. The show originally took place 10 years before the original series. So yeah, it does raise the question of what happened to the spore drive that's like actually kind of badass and better than warp. And then, well, ultimately they just basically only made one ship because they realized it was pretty fucking dangerous to let anybody have any that technology. And then eventually, after the end of the second season, Discovery goes into the goddamn 1,000-year future, and you know they don't ever go back. And so basically, that the Discovery is erased from the archives in a lot of ways. Like, I don't remember how much, if they erased the whole thing or all of the. They definitely erased the spore drive from the archives because they just couldn't, you know, let anybody get a hold of that, or the fucking supercomputer that they ended up merging with the Discovery. Anyway, point being, you never know what's going to happen that's going to fucking make these things make sense whenever the show is over, or you know, once the season's over. Things haven't played out yet.
It's also, some of them do have like end of season reviews, but a lot of CHUD channels only cover things while they're coming out, and they don't have some big, okay, let's have a big review of this season, right? Let's see if the promises they made early on, if they become true, right? If a lot of these things we got angry at, do they mention these at the end? It's always, oh, episode 3 broke everything, but there's nothing at the end where they're like, did they, you know, did they mention this? You know, did they cover for this? And
so wait,
they might not, you know.
You're saying that they do stuff just for like outrage bait and stuff, but like when it comes to like a nuanced, thoughtful critique, they don't do that?
No.
What?
I wouldn't go that far.
This is a really good point that honestly we should have made already. We're slacking, guys. Jeff says you can look at stuff like targeting out of context past quotes by the actors, pointing out creators' old bosses. You know, like how Jeremy Griggs apparently can't say Leslie Headland without saying, you know, former assistant of Harvey Weinstein.
Yep.
Oh, Nerdrotic does that all the time.
You know, and it's like there's only one reason to do that. You know what I mean? It's not because.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say that it's not because they're concerned about you know, people being accountable for their actions or something like that. You know,
no,
what I mean?
not at all.
I mean, they associate Leslie Headland with Harvey Weinstein in a heartbeat, but at the same time, they'll also kind of like almost subtly like be like trying to rehabilitate Harvey Weinstein, and it's like,
yeah, he was kind of cool.
You don't give a shit, yeah.
No, they really do not give a shit. And also, like when they mention that, I'm always thinking like, okay, so when they mention, oh, she was the assistant to Harvey Weinstein, that means she was in on it. You know, she is also a horrible person. Rather than, okay, if she was working under Harvey Weinstein, there's a pretty good chance that he was also like that she could also be a victim. You know,
so she.
Are you talking about because she worked for somebody who famously hired women based on the sexual favors they would provide him?
So as we
yes, and that's just never brought up.
Learned last night on stream talking about this very subject is that she was working for him. It was her first job basically, and it was her 6 years she worked for him. You know, at the beginning of her career, there's a good chance that, you know, somebody that's brand new in the industry, it's just an assistant or whatever. Like, he probably didn't let her know anything because you know, or this is kind of the problem. This is what part of the whole Me Too issue was that. There was this, you know, definitely there were people that knew what was going on, but didn't say anything. But like, you know, are they really? I don't know. You know, there are people said things because it was an open secret to a degree. A lot of people did know about it, but the problem was nothing was done about it.
Yeah, you know, he was a powerful dude. So to give you an idea of how powerful he was, Quentin Tarantino came out and said, "Hey, like I kind of lied to myself about it, but like." If I'm being honest with myself, I knew something fucked up was going on, and I sort of spoke out, and I didn't. Quentin Tarantino felt intimidated by Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
My God.
That's crazy. But like, so it's just, it's baffling to me that there's so much focus on her being the assistant to Harvey Weinstein and be like, and when you hear that that instead of going, oh shit, there's a good chance she was also taken advantage of by that fucking monster. But instead they go to the, oh, she was in on it. Like, oh yeah, that's the natural conclusion you make based on that. Because obviously it is.
Bob, this is why he won't debate us, I think, because I said this. That basically, I reject the premise of his criticism, the foundation of his criticism. So he's like, "Oh, y'all are just bad faith," So apparently, just rejected the very premise of his criticism, and he just can't argue that. Apparently, I don't know. So you're kind of incorrect on this, Dark Side. The fact that Critical Drinker literally doesn't wait until the thing is over because
based on the fucking teaser trailers.
Critical Drinker says that he has to review episodes of Star Wars The Acolyte one at a time for the sake of his health. And let me stop you right there. No, you don't. No, you're an adult man, and it's a TV show. It's not going to harm your health, no matter how much you dislike it. And you might think I'm being pedantic, right? Obviously, he's being non-literal here, but this shtick has worn old by this point, right? The reason that you're reviewing them one at a time is because you get insane view numbers every time you do it, and so you want to stretch it into as many videos as possible. There's this bizarre trend among guys who get paid to be wrong about movies of trying to make you feel like they're making some big sacrifice by watching television. And it was a cute bit to begin with, but they seem to have gotten progressively more serious with time. I mean, above all else, it's just incredibly weak behavior. You get paid boatloads of money to do an incredibly easy job that you're not even good at. The least you could do is not whine about it.
Yep.
Damn. That's well said.
No, that's a great short.
Oh, is a bro called them progressive? You guys are progressively getting work.
Oh shit.
He nailed that.
And I didn't know Critical Drink was progressive.
Because here's the thing, with something like House of the Dragon, probably the Critical Drinker is probably going to wait until the end of it to do his review. But that's because it's not a show that is, it's woke and it's ruining Hollywood and it's something that they can make a lot of money off. It's just a good show and everyone kind of agrees with it. If suddenly there is in episode 4 some big controversy, or I don't know, maybe there's a new trans character, something, you bet your ass Critical Drinker is going to make a video on it.
Well,
but if it's just a good series of television, he's going to wait until the end to do I recommend this. This is what Hollywood needs to be. Whereas something with the Acolyte, he's going to make videos every episode.
I was just going to say, with House of the Dragon, they could have gone into the woke angle on the first season. Wow, I'm going out of focus. They could have done that, but they didn't because it was too popular.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. When it's a show that's just popular and people really like it, they don't go into this much detail. They don't do a episode by episode to say, "Oh, this is why this episode was really good." They only seem to do that when they're like, "Oh, this sucked," because that's all their channels are. It's rage bait.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like it when these big franchises are good, because then they don't have nearly as much to talk about and their views drop significantly.
Yep.
The thing is, the Critical Drinker, with the views he gets, even on videos about positive things, he could live very fucking securely. Like he still gets a lot of views on those, but it's just not nearly as much as he does on the negative videos, and it's telling when you look at their views.
Luca, I mean, I just disagree, man. I just don't think that is oftentimes what people call plot holes. I think whenever I see it, I'm like, oh, so you're just you're not engaging with the film. You're expecting the film to hold your hand on certain things, or you're just wrong about what a plot hole is, or it's more often than not, I disagree with the claims of plot holes.
Yeah, I feel like lots of times when you talk to particular fans of the Chuds, they will get upset. Like, let's say it's a horror movie, and and in the horror movie you have a shot of a knife rack and you see a knife missing. And I feel like a lot of times the fans of the Chuds will be upset unless they're verbally told that the killer has a knife. They can't just be shown that knife rack.
Right.
And that shit drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It'll say, somebody will figure out something and oh, I've got to go to this place, and then then it'll cut to them at that place or whatever, and it's like you didn't see them drive there, so plot hole. How did they get there or something? You know, like I mean, that's a silly example, but I mean that's kind of the logic, the same.
Yeah,
logic
that's a lot of the logic though. If it's like they act like if it's not verbally told, if it's just shown, that doesn't count. And it's like, no, they're telling you, they just aren't verbally telling you.
Yeah, there's also like a part of it where it's even if we were to give that argument that okay, sometimes the plot hole can be a little bit more objective than other times. You know, it's like okay, in Harry Potter, why didn't they use the time turners for like actually serious shit?
Yes.
It's not really. It's not like explain the plot. But like even okay, sure, some things can be a little bit plot hole, right? Fine, we'll give you that. It's still not like it still doesn't mean that that your what's it called, like your assessment of quality of the art is objective, because for one person, if they feel there's plot holes and there's like some problems in the writing for them, that's what makes a movie bad, for example. Whereas another person, they're fine if they themselves see a lot of plot holes in something, but the movie makes them feel something special. You know, we all also have different criteria for what is good in our opinion. You know, that's a lot of what the subjective aspect comes from. What are we looking for in this movie? You know, and emotions especially will be different for everyone based on our own experiences and our own like individuality.
So, all right, look. So the objective thing that everybody knows what who we're generally talking about around this subject. Bob noticed something yesterday when he and I were recording.
I did.
Apparently, EFAP has covered Red Letter Media now.
Oh yeah, I did.
Which is kind of weird because Red Letter Media didn't they just kind of come out and like we're talking about, the people that say that women are the problems in movies or woke stuff or whatever. They were kind of criticizing that, and it's just suddenly randomly weird. It's odd. EFAP is criticizing them.
Yeah, it's interesting. Almost like they're out there to discredit anybody who criticizes their group. It's weird.
They're like guard dogs of the grift.
Yeah.
It's also just funny people who like there's definitely people who say like, oh, there's objectivity in art who aren't bigots. Absolutely, for sure. But a lot of people who really go down on objectivity in art, there is some significant overlap with also being kind of bigots, you know?
Like I don't believe Luca Bowl in the chat is a bigot. I've seen him before. I don't believe he's a bigot at all. I don't see anything from him. So like,
even someone like I used to talk with a lot on YouTube called The Sea. We disagree very heavily on the whole objectivity subjectivity thing, but he often like calls out CHUDs and stuff. Like he's very against that stuff. So obviously, but there is a lot of on YouTube people who really go down and stay on the objectivity thing. There is some overlap with also just being bigots, which just is weird. Like, how can you say, oh, a movie can be objectively bad and is because of women? Like what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Like that's a subjective thing that if there's a woman that's beating a man, that's just your own subjective opinion on why you don't like this movie.
Well, the thing
that
I've
a childish opinion, but yeah.
Eventually, I'd like to maybe do a deep dive video essay type thing on the subject of the fact that like it just seems like there's an inherent overlap with not to say that all people that once again reiterating, not to say that everybody that thinks this way is this, but there's a lot of overlap of that type of thinking with just fascism, because fascism is literally about my perspective, my the way I am is the only way to be. Anything else is invalid. You know what I mean? So, or if you're not like me, or you're not like the normal view of things, then you should be. And if you're not, you're a degenerate. There's something wrong with you. And that's just essentially the same thing as saying that, like, I saw this movie this way, and if you disagree, you're wrong. It's subjective, Yeah. I'm sure somebody's done some studying into that, and I'd like to look into that.
Yeah, Cherry just come in with a great comment, so I want to highlight.
I forgot Cherry was in chat because I'm just saying, like, basically the dumber version of whatever she's gonna say.
Yeah. I guess. Well, I think we should probably queue up the tier list and go over it a little bit.
I just quickly need to go to the bathroom, but then once we're back,
no, fuck,
just fucking piss yourself.
This is what I say too. Sorry. Go piss. Go get out of here. Go
piss,
ahead.
girl.
Go.
So yeah, Neil Breen movies are bad, but oh my god, they are fun. They're
Right. So are they objectively bad, right? No.
yeah,
They
it's
can't
tough.
be
Like,
because I know we want to have that. Like I am compelled, like I feel compelled to call it objectively bad, but I just can't self-honest and
like
call
it's like I haven't seen Neil Breen movies. I should. My daughter and I love making fun of him, but like The Room and Samurai Cop. These are really bad movies. God
they're
damn. I enjoy
however,
them.
you know why they're bad? They're bad because of our frame of reference.
Yeah.
In our frame of reference, by and
Yes.
large, we're generally the same age. We grew up on the same movies. We've seen a lot of the same shit. So like that's our frame of reference, but they're not exactly the same. You know, the example I've given before is like me watching Dune 2020 and like fully immersed in that thing. I won a debate with this point. And like then suddenly it's like, what's in the box? And I'm just thinking Brad Pitt and Seven. What's in the box? It's like me and my friends used to fucking say that to each other anytime somebody had a box of something. You'd be like, oh, what's in the box? And it just triggered that memory. And like maybe, you know, if I hadn't seen Seven or if I didn't have that memory or whatever, that wouldn't have triggered that in me. You know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't have noticed that. But yeah, I would just a small example.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense. It's a personal example. Like, you know, if you hadn't seen Seven and you watch Dune, you're not going to get triggered by that. But yeah.
While we're waiting on Turf Guy, one more thing I want to promo.
I am here.
Shit. Fuck.
But you do your promo, man.
I was going to promo the anti-turf channel.
No.
That channel's
Bob
so
of the Old
based.
Ways has look, man, look how close. Hold on. How close are you?
Is it called
Let me get there. Where you at? Bob of the Old Ways is precisely, oh man, you're like what, 39 fucking subscribers away from 1,000.
Oh wow.
Let's get him there.
Well, he doesn't even have 1,000. No, I'm not. No.
Damn.
He's too lowly for me.
Damn.
If all these fucking EFAPers that are showing up to fucking talk shit in his comments would actually subscribe, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or whoever, I guess it's maybe like I don't know whose fans are showing up, but there they are. They're there, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's that.
He's got some good stuff, man. He's
yeah.
breaking down Lord of the Rings stuff quite well.
Got a little channel called Pillar of Garbage. No,
Pilar, yes.
Pilar.
He's getting up there. I think he just got 100 subs.
Yeah.
100? Yeah, 100. It's pretty good.
Let's help him get to 1,000.
Oh, he's got 104 now. 104 subs.
Ooh,
Sweet.
nice.
Good for you, little guy.
There's a typo behind it. There's like some sort of letter. I don't know what that letter means, but you know.
Yeah, letters don't exist in math.
Yeah.
And by the way, the short earlier that we watched that everybody said was really good, because it is. They do lots of really good shorts. Edge of them now. Let's see. What else we got here that I wanted to promote? This channel. Look, this is a dope ass video. And it's only got 14 views, and that sucks. They need way more subscribers and views on especially that video, and this one too, and this one.
So all three of them.
There you go. I will, add them to the list. And then also, once again, we are doing a race to 2K between this channel and this channel, both of which are, in the description.
Ooh,
just upload a little video rant thing there last night. It's kind of random little thing.
I mean, they need like 20 and 40 subscribers each, right? People in the chat right now should go and do it.
Yeah, there's plenty of you in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's 103 of us. Holy shit, or of you rather. There's no reason not to see 103 subscribers on all these channels. I know it's not going to happen. But yeah, and then of course,
It's assuming no one watching is subscribed to any of these channels right now.
If you are subscribed, unsubscribe and then subscribe again. Goddamn it!
Yeah, new subs, yay!
Yeah, thanks, man. Are you? Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. We have a Hulk. All right, are we ready for the tier list?
Let's do it.
All right. Bob,
I don't know if
set
you
it up
saw
yet?
my post because I don't have a way to contact her. I don't know if you saw my posting.
Oh yeah, let's invite Chariot. Do you want to come on for the tier list and rank with us? That'd be cool. You know what? I could even drop the link in the Discord and see if good old you know who is available.
We just got a no in chat. There's nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Just fuck
no
off.
Period, and then a period too. That's even more hard. Right?
Yeah.
The rejection.
So burned.
Don't do that to us. Just
You
leave
just
us.
slink away.
Leave us on red if anything were listened.
I'll just send you a link, and you can either just take it or leave it. You know, whatever. I won't be hurt at all.
No, not hurt. Not hurt. You don't hold the fate in our hand.
Okay, let's move on. We'll see if someone joins. All right. So here we have the ultimate CHUD tier list.
Ooh.
And this is what we got to last time. So our top tier grifters are fucking Tim Pool, Steven Crowder, Elon Musk, Mahler, Critical Drinker, and Ben Shapiro. Powerhouses.
About right, yeah.
Yeah. My only thing was Steven
Mahler's
Crowder's kind of falling off of it.
I don't know if I'd put him mid tier either, so he's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if he's. But he's also definitely on a higher level than these. But I almost feel like he's closer to. I feel like he's closer to these guys than some of these guys.
Yeah.
His influence is.
I don't know. He does have an influence though, and he is more
does.
respected in that group than many other people. And he does kind of toe the line where people are like, "Oh, he's not a far right winger." And it's like, yes, he is.
He's definitely higher up than Just a Robot, Disparu.
Yeah.
You know. I'd say he's probably got more influence than EVS for sure. Yeah, up top tier grifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric, I'm gonna buy some subs July.
Yeah.
These days I'm a little bit like Steven Crowder is just not really.
He's not as relevant. I don't know.
He's kind of lost the plot.
Yeah.
Like I'd almost.
He's definitely not mid tier yet. You know.
No.
He's pretty big.
I feel like for him it would be either like top tier grifter or just a bigot.
Yeah.
Why are people saying Vosh is here?
I'm putting Vosh just for the ultimate grifter.
The ultimate, yeah.
Well, you don't have a tier for horse porn aficionado.
Oh
no.
Well,
look. I'm gonna save that thing that I showed you yesterday, but I'm gonna save it for a little later. But
yes. So, are there any
about the audience with that?
Are there any of these tiers we want to change? That's my thing. Do you think this is a decent way to do it? Because they're not.
Yeah, I think it's okay right now. Yeah.
Because it's not like a, like this isn't like less of a grifter, Like it's weird. It's not like most grifter and then gradually goes down. Because kind of it's more like, okay, these are like how good you are at a grifter. I guess it's all like how good you are, like the best.
I mean, I would argue everybody here is a grifter. They may not realize they're grifting, but
yeah, it's just like how good
are
they
about
are.
Selling a fake culture war.
Hey, Turf,
it's like these guys are so bad at it that they're kind of irrelevant.
Is it correct to say that like even kind of like probably even showing this on screen is a bad idea because of that one guy? Because he's look, I encountered him on Twitter. Okay.
Oh.
Not like encountered, like he didn't encounter me. I just happened to see his account and like, holy shit, is that guy nuts? He's a
he's insane.
No, that guy's insane. Yeah, Knights of Melvin is a fucking.
If there's a psycho tier,
he is like he is the like doxer and just that group is crazy. I've never given him any sort of attention, even though he is desperate for it, and that I feel like that's fun.
Clownfish TV, did we put them on here?
Are they?
Ooh. Hey, yeah. Fucking Kevin Smith got into an argument with them a while ago.
Clownfish TV.
They're pretty awful.
Quite
a few left.
God, who's the next one up? Is that Ryan Cannell or Jeremy?
Oh, that's
Gamble?
Thinking Critical.
Oh, is that Thinking Critical? Oh shit, it is. I was wrong on
based on the views that he gets. I would say he's probably
massive. He's
kind of a bad grifter, to be honest. Like he just keeps going back to the Krakoan X-Men well, even after it's over. It's pretty sad.
Like a lot, like I'll be blunt, a lot of his stuff's kind of fucking boring. He might have some okay critique, but a lot of it's pretty like surface level. And then yeah, obviously he goes for the CHUD angle almost whenever he can. Yeah,
like, I'm sure we've missed plenty. But I mean, like if not one of the three of us have heard of someone, then it's probably just like a good thing that we aren't going to.
Yeah, I've never heard of that guy or that person or that channel.
I don't know. Do we want to put Think Critical as low tier?
Yeah, I don't really know much about them, so I'm like bad grifter.
I've only covered them once or twice. I think twice.
Bad grifter, along with the likes of Jordan Peterson.
Yeah,
gamers.
What is this about? What are you saying here? Are you saying Mahler puts in no effort? Or are you asking us if Mahler puts in no effort?
Mahler, no effort.
Oh yeah, he did have that beef with that Cider that one time. Cider won. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. The thing is, Jordan Peterson was becoming a little bit more and more relevant recently. He's been having some debates and stuff.
Has he?
Yeah, with like Destiny and what was it, Alex O'Connor and stuff.
I don't feel like he's had gotten near the influence that he did, man.
No, that's just why we put him down here, because obviously he's still popular, but like compared to where he was, because he was at like the top of the top, you know.
Yeah.
He was
post Coma Peterson is like not. It's kind of like a half a Peterson.
Yeah, and it's also like he's gotten worse at hiding it, because like he used to be like the savior of a lot of young men who didn't have direction in their lives, you know. He also had some harmful opinions, right? But he was really good at hiding it. He was a good-ass grifter.
I feel like Andrew Tate's kind of taken a lot of that steam from him. And
yeah, well,
I think he's worse, frankly. I mean,
let's just go ahead and do it. Let's put we know where Gary goes. We all know where he goes. He's a top-tier grifter.
Yeah, he's top tier, yes.
Gary
is very much top tier.
Bro's made it into mainstream.
I'd say he's after Drinker. Is he before Ben Shapiro?
Okay, so are we like ranking them?
I didn't think we were organizing quite.
Okay,
yet. Yeah.
So I definitely put Crowder way at the end there.
Because typically the way I do it is I just throw them all up there and try to get them in the right group, and then we organize the groups.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That way we can stew on it a bit.
Yeah. I don't know who this is.
Who is that?
I remember there's like the basis for this tier list was already made, so some of them I just do not know.
Oh,
so we'll just put them in irrelevant if we don't know them.
Does anybody recognize that guy? The next one, the cartoon with the American flag behind him.
I do not.
I don't.
Is that Grums?
Is it? I don't think that's typically.
I don't think
Grums.
so.
Yeah, well, we'll ignore him for now. Vosh.
I used to watch Vosh a lot, and then
he was a top tier grifter, but then then some stuff happened, and
then I realized he is. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know if he really.
That's as good a time as any for this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm just gonna do it. Check this out.
Maybe it's too cold to fall asleep. Or maybe you're restless from the secrets that you keep. Or maybe it's love. Maybe it's the touch of your skin. Yeah.
Maybe it's too late to rescue me. Maybe we burn too bright and we're never meant to be. Or maybe it's just our redemption arc has yet to begin. Hey, yeah.
And it's dark and it's cold. I miss you, bro. There is no place that I'd rather be than right here in the folds of this time and this place, here and gone without a trace. And I can't remember why I ever left.
That verse.
My autism sometimes comes over me. I don't know why I save my horse porn on the same PC that I...
And on that note... See, earlier we said there is no objectivity in art, but I think this has proven us
wrong. We were
yeah.
we were wrong. This is it. This is objectively awesome, right? Right?
Yes, that was definitely what I was going to say.
So on that account, so Mike Zero.
So Mike Zero is someone I've actually never covered. I've been meaning to cover him. He's really popular. He occasionally, I swear, gets a narrative going through because he either started this narrative or he ran with it. Because I think did a video on it about how apparently like Brie Larson and She-Hulk were supposed to be in Deadpool 3 and like Ryan Reynolds blocked it and nobody has a source for this actually being a thing.
Can we just scroll through his shit real quick? Because I want you guys to see if if you're unaware, like his fucking video premises are like this other reality.
Yeah, bro it just lies.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds just wrecked woke Disney after Deadpool and Wolverine drama. Marvel panics, like this super hyper specific shit. They just humiliated woke Disney. Leslie Headland goes out of control. As Acolytes episode 4 pronouns officially take over.
What?
I don't know. Also,
Kathleen Kennedy too. She also about the same thing. Same thing happened with her.
Loses her mind after Acolyte 4 pronouns backfire.
I don't usually see Mike Zero's like streaming with the other guys too much.
No, he seems like kind of
far
he
out for
gets
them.
views.
I think he might be too far out for them, man. Like that's why they got rid of Doomcock because he was too fucking fantastical with this shit. Believe it or not, they do have some restraint in comparison to a couple of guys.
The thing is, Mike Zero has been getting these kinds of views for years and years. He does not dip. He does multiple of these fucking videos a day, and bro's making bank, and he just lies. And also, if you've ever watched one of his videos, you know that he always just says, "It is said." As like it is said within Disney that Kathleen Kennedy is very unpopular. It is said that it's just
source. Trust me, bro.
Yeah, bro has no sources and he doesn't care.
Acolyte's canceled, guys, a month ago, apparently.
Oh shit!
Woke director nervous breakdown after losing millions. Wow, they've lost so much money, apparently.
Lost millions on something that wasn't released yet when this came out. What?
Just anyway, that's Mike Zero, and that's that's got to be like.
I mean, I was leaning towards top tier grifter, but
potentially he's on the lower end of that. He'd be kind of on the Mahler scale, but
well, just 5 days ago he's got a 441,000 view, 200,000 view from 7 days ago.
Yeah, he gets the views. But
I'm also thinking like he also doesn't really pose as a grifter in a way. Like I don't know how many of the people who are watching were like, oh yes, this man is saving cinema, you know.
I guess I'm not familiar enough with him to
as much as some of the because there's nothing to his video. He just lies and he's said this, and I know all of them say the same lies all the time, but it's like to another extreme with Mike Zero. He just says things that are just blatantly not true. There's just
Do we need to add like a deranged fucking category?
I feel like because he's also done like I also wouldn't put him in like just a bigot. He just like I feel like we need like a Mike Zero tier because he's unlike anything I've ever.
He's unique.
Bro is unique.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with putting him just like.
I mean, one day ago, he got a video with 230K views already. So, Jesus Christ.
And he makes multiple a day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro's been living on this grift forever.
It's bizarre that how many people are watching and yet it doesn't really. It's not something you see. So like, is it just like literal crackheads that are like locked in their room smoking crack and then they watch his videos and just kind of didn't hit the rock some more? And
I think like it has to be something like that. And because the thing is, Mike Zero was one of my biggest videos early on, and this was back when I don't like Critical Drinker wasn't as big as he is now, like not nearly, especially like relevance. Like Geeks and Gamers was very big at that point, and he's had a drop off. Mike Zero's just stayed on it ever since. I can't even imagine the mansion this guy must be living in.
We could add Jesse Grant now, I suppose.
Yeah, we could. But I feel like I just end up putting him in irrelevant.
Yeah, Jesse Grant is fairly irrelevant. If it wasn't for these guys, for Jesse Grant to suck the teat of, he wouldn't really be doing anything.
I mean, you got to think that like guys like Nerdrotic Drinker, they are parasites on the IP that they cover, right? They on the fandoms as well, and then even worse than that, lower than that, are these parasites of the parasites, like Jesse Grant.
Yes. Yeah, I'd argue Jesse Grant's kind of like second tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do we decide Mike Zero? Is he top tier? I'm comfortable
I'd say
top tier for him.
Yeah. It's just because of how like he's such a different kind of grifter. It's
he is unique.
He's a unique grifter, but he is
done
top tier.
In the past 2 weeks, he's done 2 videos on Jesse Ortega, supposedly wrecking woke Disney. And it's like, or Jenna Ortega. And it's like, Jenna Ortega is not a right winger.
If you go look at her Wikipedia, because I did this whenever Ryan Kinnell did it a while back, where he was like, and you look at her Wikipedia, she is like part of all of these fucking progressive causes that they would definitely call woke.
Yes.
Yeah. But they are desperate to have any possible actor or celebrity on their side. They tried it with Alan Richardson. He was just like, fuck off.
I think they can get is fucking Gina Carano, man.
Yeah. I think also a good argument for
Carano. God damn.
I think a good argument for putting Mike Zero in the top tier is that look at because we've just looked at how many views he gets and how many views he gets and how many videos he uploads and the just batshit crazy things he says. But he doesn't get mentioned nearly as much as the other. And, he doesn't get as much. I guess he doesn't get as many people who are speaking out against him. Mm-hmm. There's still a lot of people online who are like, okay, the Nerdrotic is saying some stupid shit again, right? Critical Drinker, he's going off on his tangents again. All these others. I don't see much about Mike Zero. He's almost just allowed to keep doing his grift.
Yeah. He gets so many views, but he's flying semi under the radar.
Exactly. And that's a top tier grifter if I've ever seen one.
True.
All right.
I'm comfortable with that. Even though
I take issue with that, but I'll accept it. It's fine.
Where would you put him?
I mean, I just don't see the effect that he has being worthy of being a top tier grifter. I can see the effect of everybody else in the top tier, just on the internet every day, basically.
Now you're making a good point too.
I guess that's true, but also just in general, a channel with that blatant just misinformation all the time, getting hundreds of thousands of views.
But as somebody pointed out, he might be view botting. I guess that's a term, but buying bots, for views.
He might with all the fucking money he gets now, but and it is true. He's a unique case. That's also why it's difficult to put him in the top tier because he is different from the others. I feel like way different, but it's just he's almost in his own class of top tier grifter.
So this is actually
just like the typical sense of a grifter, like someone just trying to get personal gain.
This is probably what it is right here. Is what Jason says. It's how there's a lot of people that read tabloids, and they at least they used to.
Yeah.
Like my mom used to get this supermarket bullshit, and I'd be like, Mom, this is obviously stupid, fake. She's like, yeah, I know, it's just fun, silly. She knew it was kind of like kayfabe wrestling stuff. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that way, I don't know that those people. Of course, if you're watching his content, you're probably watching the other ones too, right?
Yeah, probably. I can't imagine you're just like a regular dude being like, well, I just watch Mike Zero and I watch some Markiplier,
Right.
like I don't think it ends at that. I think there's definitely overlap there.
Okay, so so I just looked up some Social Blade. Do you want to guess what Mike Zero's yearly revenue approximately is?
Oh, it's like millions.
No.
It's 17K to 275K, and I'm speaking from personal experience. It's probably closer to the upper end than the lower end.
Yeah. How many views does he get a year? Around, if it says.
Let's see.
Or I guess what's just like monthly.
5 million a month.
Yeah, bro's
15.
fine.
Yeah. Jesus.
Well, look, let's give credit where credit's due. They wouldn't, you know.
No, I'm not sure. Like he like I think Turf makes a good point that like he is like all over. He gets views. He gets so many views, and then Day makes a good point that I don't really see an impact of him. Very, very, very little impact of him. It's like another person we haven't come up yet that we will, and I'll have a lot to say about him because I've covered him.
And there's almost two like we've almost made two arguments to that point, right? It's like on the one hand, like we're not seeing much discussion about him, right? Like is he having much of an effect? But at the same time, he's also going under the radar, not like no one's challenging him really. Like he's been allowed to do this for years and years.
He's the J station of grifters.
Fully. Except he stayed relevant far longer than J Station did.
Yeah.
Or not relevant, but like big, you know?
Yeah, I truly don't know. Goddamn, I wish there was another person here.
It could be big in North Korea, it could be big in the US, or it could just be big in Russian bot farms. You never know.
Yeah.
We never know. But to me, he's just a weird case. And I feel like he would stand out on any of these tiers.
Stuttering Craig, yeah, that's a good one. He's more recent. He's definitely been drifting hard into that.
Stuttering Craig, is that side scrollers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys know who Welcome to the Rebellion is?
Who?
Welcome to the Rebellion, or I don't know if that's their name.
No.
Okay, irrelevant. It's one of the others. Do you know who this is? I
don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is at all.
I think it's X-Ray Girl, or I don't know.
No.
Oh. Irrelevant.
Yeah, either way.
If that's X-Ray Girl, it's irrelevant, man. Easy.
That's Star Wars Girl. One of you guys want her.
Either bad to average.
I hardly ever see anything from her. That, like, how many subs does she have?
It's like 200 and some.
Because guys, we also need to remember this is like more current, you know. Like that's also why we have Geeks and Gamers and Bad Grifter, because bros.
Yeah, he's kind of falling apart. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just saying the truth out loud a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas like if we'd gone to like, okay, legacy wise, like he's obviously a top tier grifter. You know, he was a big boy. But
Archcast and Sargon, those are good ones to mention.
Ooh, yeah, that Star Wars girl has collapsed looking at her Social Blade.
Yeah, because I was almost about to say like currently irrelevant because I never hear about her.
Fuck,
but
like,
maybe
she has 10
Grifter is
times
more.
my subs, and she's pulling about similar numbers as me right now.
Whoa,
damn, that's rough. And unlike you, she didn't do like a big switch up in content.
Yeah. Though, in case people are wondering, I was never pro CHUD in my content.
Yeah, not that sense. Like, you know, going from like, okay, yeah, it's more just purely movie related to CHUDs. It's like a big difference.
You know, we might have to do another ranking in another year or so, just because of these things do change. So maybe we'll do a legacy grifter. We'll add that, and then like maybe just a deranged grifter or something too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that Star Wars girl, her annual revenue is topping out around 3K ish.
I would put irrelevant, but
yeah, that's pretty irrelevant.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Geeks and Gamers is there again. So I don't know.
Yeah, I thought we were doing Geeks and Gamers, or did we do Jeremy Griggs? Yeah, we did Jeremy Griggs. Okay, yeah, they're the same thing essentially.
Yeah. Who does?
Oh, is that JDA?
That's JDA.
Friend of the channel, JDA. Oh, what a lovely dude.
Yeah, I don't know him, so you guys choose.
I'd say just a bigot.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Nice. Who's
I
this?
don't have
Is
much
that...
to say. He's awful.
This looks like Gina Carano, but wait, who is this? I do not
How long
recognize.
until
I
Gina
like how they
Carano
have
does
Boss
start-
with just a bigot.
You guys, how long until Gina Carano starts the YouTube channel doing this shit, right? Like when she finally figures out that she is done in Hollywood, is she going to do a YouTube channel, you think?
Wait, who?
Gina Carano.
Oh, she probably will,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, yeah.
She will probably do a YouTube channel and cry that gets less views than Brie Larson's YouTube channel. And then one video will do better, like her highest performing video will do better than Brie Larson's worst performing video, and they'll cry victory.
I think she's gonna do decently right in the beginning because she'll be invited on to like the shows and stuff, and people be
Yeah,
cool, but then she'll soon just be forgotten as well. But I don't know who this is, so I guess irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't even think it's Gina Carano. Yeah, irrelevant. Yeah, sounds good.
I also don't know,
who this is.
There's been a lot of recently of the ones that we just like were on this list before. Okay, Josiah Rises.
He's pretty irrelevant at this point. Maybe just a bigot. I don't know.
Yeah. How's he doing? Personally.
I mean, his social life's doing okay.
Actually, he does. I guess he does decently. I would not put him at irrelevant. I don't think. I say, for someone who's been at this for so long,
yeah, his channel's doing okay.
For someone who's been at this for so long, been a part of Geeks and Gamers and stuff, like he really has.
It's not as big. Yeah, it's not as big as I would expect, but like pulling up his Social Blade, his channel's doing okay.
Yeah, it's like closer to like Bad Grifter or just a bigot. No, sorry, average grifter or bad grifter. Like I'd put him somewhere around Yellow Flash, probably.
Where do we have Yellow Flash? Oh, we have him with bad. I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, I'd say he's on a similar level as Yellow Flash. Yellow Flash. I'm sorry, mispronounced his name.
Whoopsie, Freudian slip there. All right, then you guys have your best buddies, Adam and Sitch. Action.
Oh, those guys are buddies. Ooh, I'd put them either mid tier or upper tier, because they actually have a pretty solid grift going on. They sell themselves as these like middle of the road, like, oh, we're just the sensible middle, and all these people on the right and left, they're insane, but they always make defenses for people on the right, and then they talk about how the left is terrible. Spineless is a good way to describe them, Reggie. Actually, that's an excellent way to describe them.
Yeah. I also forgot I'm just adding Chuck Dix.
And that was a low point for Anna. Like, I lost so much respect for Anna during that period.
Oh, yeah, when she went on there?
Mm-hmm.
I just, in general, lost a lot of respect for her, which is sad, because I used to think she was one of the
I know.
better
I used to like her a
commentators.
lot more than Shank, and both of them have kind of taken a dip, although recently her more than Shank.
Yeah. I mean, he's always kind of like...
Yeah.
He's just always been like the grandpa, you know? Like, yeah, her fall off was very sad.
Yeah, it's kind of very sad.
I have a very little respect for people who just almost like throw away so much of their values because on one thing they get challenged on. You know, like she didn't want to be.
I get frustrated when they like, you know, with Anna's case, it's like she pulled out like she like cherry picked one case, and it's like, oh my god, they want to call women this. Oh my god, I'm against that. And it's like
they're like, they want to call me this.
Yeah, and it's like you are cherry picking one like individual. This is just like what fucking grifters do, frankly. Like this is not the general consensus of most people want. Most people just want to be treated with respect. And it was like some article about like
up on so many things.
People being called birthing people, and it's like, well, that's definitely more a legal thing. Nobody's gonna look at Anna Kasparian and say, hey, look at that birthing person.
Oh yeah, you're a birthing person.
Yeah.
Like it was just childish of her.
Yeah, it's very childish.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Adam and Sitch are good and average, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty high up. Like
Dane, are you there? I'm kind of surprised you haven't said anything about Adam Sitch.
We've lost Dane.
Yeah.
Dane was so angry we put Mike Zero on the top. He's devoted himself to silence. Mecha Random is definitely
Oh,
irrelevant.
Irrelevant, bad, just a bigot. I'm comfortable with any of them.
Ooh, just a bigot's good, but she's also very irrelevant. She'd be fun if we did like a legacy grifter, you know, like grifters of all time. Not that she'd be like really high up, but just like she's funny, you know, and like
funny things
I
don't know. She can be funny. She can also be extraordinarily boring.
Oh yeah, it's more like the things that is like she's done in videos, not like her jokes. Like she's just not funny in that way.
No,
like just like her meltdowns and stuff have been, and like her fucking like hallucinations with Brie Larson. It's like I'd be fine with either one of these two. Like she's definitely bigoted the same way that Vosh is, and she's also irrelevant the same.
Vosh is such a bigot.
Vosh is just a bigot.
I'm going with irrelevant.
I'd say relevant too. Basically,
he's back.
There he is. There he is.
Sorry, just keep speaking.
I'm good.
All right, irrelevant. Nice. The quartering.
Here we go. Are you guys ready for my hot take? Irrelevant.
Ooh.
He has a million views. He gets a decent amount, but he has become the fucking joke of the CHUD community.
Yeah.
Nobody respects him that I've ever seen. His fans are some of the dumbest. Frankly, his fans are some of the dumbest pieces of shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. He's the guy that wrote a book. He wrote books though. Oh, you're talking about the quartering. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's talking about critical thinking for some reason. No, literally. The quartering's fans are fucking literally the dumbest of all of these guys. And I mean,
like they compete with Melanie Mac fans for idiocy.
And even they kind of stopped watching his videos, and he had to go out and be like, "Why aren't you guys watching my videos anymore?"
They will like if you mention them, you criticize them even barely, they'll show up. But it's just like the lamest 2016 era meme like responses. You know what I mean? Like like cuck, SJW, soy. And it's just like, oh my god, dude! Like fucking catch up with the.
I criticized the quartering for looking at one of Moses Ingram's tweets, and then there was the one with the N-word, and him saying, "Oh, I don't see anything racist here." It's like, well, that's the N-word. How are you missing that? And his fans came up, and you want to hear their defense? Oh, well, that's not the hard R, so it's not racist.
Yes.
It's like, wow.
When used against a person, it's definitely not. It's just he's. I'm fine with putting him.
I mean,
for me, it was either irrelevant or just a bigot.
The backlash I get from his videos are pretty mild too.
Yeah,
like Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker, they swarm. Quartering, nobody cares.
True.
I think most people view him as a joke. Even people in that community view him as a joke.
I mean, he literally got a Nazi sponsor. Remember, we covered that shit.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So I guess my argument for putting him in just a bigot is that people still have an opinion on him, you know, which is like
don't
most people
even know
like,
if he's a bigot though. He is just so not connected.
That's
really like. Are you sure? Because check this out.
Remove.
Tough act to follow.
Was it liberating or was it super liberating for you to say the N-word?
I grew up saying it, so
wow. I knew.
Is you gonna say it?
Okay, you got me.
No,
there,
it's not. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
I did Can you say it now?
Yeah.
The nigger word? Yeah.
Oh,
God. And the nigger word?
Watch his face, dude. Like,
God.
that is somebody
that
loves hearing that word. He loves it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, as we've said before, everyone on this list can be labeled a bigot, you know?
Dude, I've had girls lean over and tell me they want to fuck me, and I won't get as excited as he did in that moment. It's kind of what the hell.
Yeah, who else in that? Let's see. They got Nina. You got Mandy Summers. Look at that
Star Wars girl.
And then they're all just. It's so funny when someone says the N-word. And John Mallon there, who we watched a little bit of him getting owning himself recently. Yeah, he's doing some vicarious N-wording right there. Right.
There's also a lot of like diversity on this panel right here.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know? Yeah.
Well, I think Brittany Venti has like she's like got something that I remember hearing her say that she's not like 100% white. I don't know. So.
Okay. Wait, why does the Star Wars girl have a Danish flag in her background? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
She's a big fan of you.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Oh, I hope she's not.
Okay, there's that.
We do not want to claim her if she is Danish. All right. So what are we saying? Just a bigot or irrelevant? Because I'm still like people still have an opinion on him, even though it's like very, very low. But compared to these others, like I never like people don't talk about that Star Wars girl. They don't talk about fucking Robot Head or Dave Cullen or Smudboy, all these people. Like people are still like, oh yeah, the quartering is you just like lost the plot. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I'm comfortable either way.
Yeah.
Like I said, my original vote would be for irrelevant, but if you both want to go with bigot, I can go with bigot.
Dan, you're
irrelevant bigot, yeah.
Irrelevant bigot.
I'd say honestly he's just a bigot because it's hard to discount the fact that he does still have a large subscriber base, and I'm willing to bet that a lot of his people, they may not use his arguments because what is he even? He doesn't have any, but they're probably watching the same guys that are the top tier grifters too.
True. All right. I don't know who this is. Evil Ryan Johnson.
Melvin Sherman. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care what a guy who literally fucking got a Nazi sponsor. I don't care what his defenses for having a Nazi sponsor are, especially when he's got a history of saying shit like we just saw and just various other things. It's like at a certain point you kind of just have to stop listening to his fucking excuses and call him a fucking piece of shit bigot.
Yeah, it's also it's not a like a defense to say, oh, but he just automatically accepts no matter what, it just happened to be a Nazi thing. Yeah, most people don't just have if you pay over my minimum, I will accept anything, even Nazis. Like that's just a sign of a person who doesn't give a shit about the effect he has. That's a horrendous defense of a person. All right, who this? Evil Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea who that is. Irrelevant.
If we turn it around and say this is just Ryan Johnson, I would definitely say
top tier grifter. Yeah,
top tier grifter. Yeah, I don't know.
You know why? Because he grifted the Star Wars fandom out of a follow up to The Last Jedi. It was so good that people couldn't handle it, and they had to just say, we can't even follow that up. We're just going to do some garbage now.
Yeah, we're just gonna shit something out. We're gonna bring back Palpatine for reasons.
Yeah.
He doesn't even like Star Wars,
and he's the somehow because
somehow.
I try not to think about, but like they set up a Kylo Ren going full villain movie so well, and we were cheated. I was like, oh
yeah.
They fucking edged us with the true villain Kylo. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole point of part of the point of Last Jedi was like, can he be redeemed? It was Rey trying to do the redemption that Luke did to Vader, and her just failing, just absolutely fucking failing, and him going full fucking villain.
Like,
and it's his choice too, absolutely.
Do you think Ryan Johnson knew about what happened in the movie before? Or did he just see it in the theater opening? Like everybody else did. Do you think it was kind of like
I don't know if he knew that much.
Man, can you imagine how it felt to be him? Like, well, I gave you everything. I fucking set you up so well. Like, what is this?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Anyway. Tears for Ryan.
Outpost.
Just
he is an average drifter.
Average? Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say so.
But listen, it's not racist to criticize the Batman for having too many black characters. That's not racist.
No. But as we say, all of these people are bigots.
You got a clip handy, Bob?
I guess he still is.
Not off the top of my head. Or let's see. Did I clip that? That'd be a good thing to clip.
I got one. If I could just gotta find it, that's all.
Yeah, it'll take me a moment to look up my clips folder. I should have clipped that, but I don't have it clipped. I've pulled it up enough.
I know that it's weird that Just a Robot does seem to have like a audience of people that I don't know. That's kind of news to them, I guess. I don't know. Like he's got a weird standing in his content and the areas of YouTube that he seems to pop up in.
I shockingly have not clipped that, but
No, you had a short about it. Remember, you had the short where me and Turf were reacting to, and he said the thing that was like stupid.
well, let me see.
Because I just
Ryan
took
Kinnell?
No, we're talking about Just a Robot.
Oh, well, I can pull up Just a Robot easy.
The guy asking like, why is he on this list?
Oh, okay.
So I was like, well, I'm sure we have something we can show why he's on this list. Sorry, gotta make that clear.
Give me just a moment. Oh, this must be it. No. I'll get it here. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Recent example I can think of would be the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. Don't want to slight Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton's a fantastic actress. She's white. Ancient One's not white.
Oh yeah, I complained about that one too. They got both his race and his gender wrong. The reason for this was probably because, well, there's not a lot of Asian actors in America because there's not a lot of Asian people in America in general. So
What
they
the
had to go.
fuck?
Oh,
What the actual fuck did this fucking idiot just say? I'm sorry, man. That is the dumbest shit. Oh my god.
I love our reaction.
Yeah, both you and both your guys look on your faces where it's just like, what the fuck are we watching?
What are you saying, brother?
Yeah,
They're just not Asian people in America.
Yeah, the reason we're whitewashing is just there's just not a lot of Asian people in America.
There's like
Well, then what was the other thing later? He says that
Yeah, I do not have that clipped, by the way, but-
the paper bag rule or something.
Oh,
yeah. The paper bag test, which is essentially if you are lighter than a paper bag, you are white.
So he spends the whole thing complaining about like how the fact that the mermaid is black, right? Like he's got a problem with that, right? But then at a certain point, whenever it becomes convenient for him to do this because he's somebody's criticized him for that, he says, well, look, she's barely even black because she doesn't even pass the paper bag test, which when you look it up, it's just like kind of the inverse of the one drop rule.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like we're so fucking gross, dude.
Fact is, he is, if anything, he is outrageously dumb. And that's the best thing I could say about him. Just insanely dumb. I do know there's a video about him that we need to cover next time we are all recording at some point. Turf.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bob.
Back to it. We're almost done, guys. We're
almost done.
You too.
World class bullshitters. The famous I guess, the coiners of the fandom. Yeah.
Yeah. Irrelevant or bad?
Because legacy wise, like weren't they they coined the whole like fandom menace?
They have that
They are from that group, but they've kind of broken off. There was a little bit of drama about that. If you can find stuff about it on YouTube, where the apparently the dude's girlfriend or whatever, they showed up at some meetup that Nerdrotic was having, I guess. And Nerdrotic allegedly fucking lost his shit and just kind of tore into them for showing up to that. Because I guess they weren't supposed to for whatever reason. And so there's a video of his ex-girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever she is, just kind of like saying, hey, he's so mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I can't find it, but I mean, I would put them. I'd put them in irrelevant right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
There'll be
irrelevant or bad for me.
Yeah, there'll be an interesting one if we at some point do like a legacy list.
Yeah,
because they did have
the
some,
classics.
Yeah. The classics. I do not know who this is. Oh, this is Organized Chaos.
Yeah, that was during my anime phase.
Yeah.
When I was full chud.
Back when your favorite anime was, or show in general, was High School DxD.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
A hentai.
Irrelevant, I guess. I don't know who they are.
All right.
Is that Robert Meyer Burnett, maybe? Or Chuck Dixon?
Chuck Dixon.
Ooh.
What would you guys say?
Bigot.
You're the comicers.
I lean towards Bigot on him.
What are you saying, Dane?
You left us again. God damn.
Daniel!
It's not Daniel, it's Daniel.
Sorry, I had to.
Daniel.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
We need your opinion on Chuck Dixon.
I lean
Oh,
towards
Chuck
just
Dixon.
Bigot
He
with
is.
him. He's got some legacy influence, but
Yeah, well, it's also kind of crossed over into the problem we had with trying to figure out Eric July, right? Because there's layover there. Probably.
Is there a category for people who suck now who I used to like?
But people like, if you knew what you know now, you would not have liked him then. I don't think either.
True.
Look, I don't want to say he's a bad grifter because he's also grifting Eric July, I think.
I think he's kind of honestly, to a degree. He's just kind of terrible.
Yeah. He is. Yeah, I don't know that he's a grifter, to be honest. He seems to believe the shit he says. So
he is a grifter in that he's selling the fake culture war shit, but I don't think he realizes it's fake necessarily. So some dumbness on his part, but yeah.
Let's just say just a bigot, because I was reminded of something. I'll pull that up in a second. I was reminded of something the other day, but about him, in fact. I actually got my one and only write-up that I've gotten on Bounding into Comics about Chuck Dixon.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's good times.
Because you targeted him, you jerk.
Yep.
Trying to cancel Chuck Dixon.
I appeared to call him, appeared to say he's an anti-Semite. And I tried to correct them. Then I was like, no, I'm saying he is anti-Semitic because
no, I don't know why you'd imply that, Dane. It's just true.
Yeah,
just
sorry, I misspoke. What I meant was he's an anti-Semite.
Yes,
I mean, come on, Chuck Dixon is the reason why Tom Taylor has such a great book right now.
Someone even call him Chud Dixon. Haha. All right.
Anyway,
Shea diversity.
Ooh. He's another one. I mean, obviously, it's a grifter and that he's selling the fake culture war stuff. I think he honestly believes it too.
I mean, he is kind of. I mean,
he's very dumb.
Yeah, from some of his videos, he seems very into it.
I mean, he has his I don't know who it is, but he has one of his buddies who's regularly with who regularly almost clowns him. Just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're listening to all the wrong people. Like, literally on the video will be telling him this.
Yeah, that's honestly having someone who's talking against him on his videos.
Yeah.
That's already
better
like
than
way
most
more
of them,
respectable
but yeah.
than pretty much all of these. Because very few of these will ever put themselves in a room with someone who's disagreeing
Actually
with
criticizing them.
Yeah.
Oh, did they quit? It won't surprise me if he was one of the ones that quit, because he was just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Maybe they're like from there back when he was just doing medieval swords and stuff. And they're like, what are you
talking
doing?
about Shea diversity?
Yeah, Shea diversity.
He's a true believer for sure. I think he believes shit that he says more than a lot of these guys. But he's also,
I think,
just a bigot.
Yeah,
and I think he is kind of a law cow. So he's a bad grifter. Yeah,
bad grifter or just a bigot?
Bad grifter.
All right.
Yeah.
Because everybody sees through it. Like,
I mean, honestly, I do feel like he's more relevant than Quartering. Honestly.
I mean, but like, think of, do you ever see anybody talking about Shay diversity in just like, oh, he made some good points about that? No, it's always like he's getting made fun of.
Yeah, true. I guess a part like that makes him grifter because at one point, like I do believe he's a true believer, but not necessarily always about the fucking or like movies and stuff and like the pop culture. You know, like I think he's kind of gotten into that to get the money and get the attention and all that stuff. Whereas like I do believe he's the kind of person who like seriously means it when he says embrace tradition.
Yes.
Unlike some of the others. But I also feel like
he's a Mormon with like 12 kids, so
yeah,
he believes it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, but I do believe he is grifting, like when he's looking at fucking I don't know the Mario movie, Well,
I mean, I said before, I'll say it again. All these guys are grifters, whether they know it or not.
Of course,
they're selling the fake culture war grift.
Of course, but yeah. But I think like it's just like on a personal level. I think he needs to like he's like that's not just something he's doing out of pure passion for Mario,
Yeah.
I think it's like he's saying, okay, I disagree with this, but okay, there's also a lot of money to be had.
Oh my god, Princess Peach wearing pants before she gets into the cart, like she always does in the games. How dare? How so anti-traditional? Like,
how could she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are we fine with having a bad grifter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This one's an interesting Star Wars theory.
I feel like he's kind of been like hedging a bit with the grifter space, but he's definitely gone all in the past few months.
Yeah. Well, if this was like a year ago, I wouldn't.
He might be kind of top tier already, just based on his sub count.
Yeah.
And the amount of attention he's drawn to it.
He like he's interesting because it's kind of like he wasn't always a grifter. I don't believe that.
Yeah,
no, he wasn't always.
He has
chud.
early videos where he just does factoids on Star Wars that are
he's barely
really
even
good
a chud
videos.
now,
Honestly, yeah.
But it's almost like if you are gonna make content, and make it like your livelihood, on something like this, then you end up, or at least in his case, he ended up kind of just being geared towards negativity because you have to with the way the algorithm is. If you're going to be super successful, right? And he found himself super successful, and he wants to maintain that. And then that just kind of just like there's only so many directions you can go at a certain point, where and I do think that probably to some degree he's been poached, let's say, by the chuds. They know. And I don't think somebody was saying like, is he going to come out and be like full on chud? I was like, I don't think so. I don't think, even though he is like obviously very friendly with like Nerdrotic and stuff like that, I don't think he's going to come out and be full on chud because they probably don't want him to. Like he can be a kind of the middle of the road, a foot in the door kind of guy. And that sucks. But anyway.
I think he almost works as like the grifter's way into the Star Wars fandom, being like, okay, like Star Wars 3 will do the more, this is why this is bad on a Star Wars level, right? And then they'll come and be like, oh, look, this Star Wars show is horrible. And it's also because it's woke, and they almost kind of profit off of that together. And even just looking on his channel, wait, let me just, I want to.
Yeah, I remember I covered this. I made a graphic showing, how the Ryan Kennel had made one video about how terrible that Pablo Hidalgo or whoever was making fun of him crying, but then like less than a year later he's making videos making fun of somebody for crying.
So and also just like seeing some of his video where he's like being more of just a typical nerd, like doing some cool unboxing videos of some fucking lightsabers and stuff. Not nearly as much views as when what's her name? Leslie, like the Acolyte director.
Oh, Leslie Headland.
Headland, yeah. Like when she's in there, then suddenly 250,000. Original Kenobi script leak reaction. What the f? George Lucas reveals everything. Kathleen Kennedy start. It's like he gets a lot more views.
How many chuds we got left to do?
Only a couple.
Unless you can think of a couple to add, yeah, we're almost done.
So this brings this week. It's a good time to kind of address this, maybe.
Which one?
Oh,
this
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
The censorship has begun. The censorship has.
You know that thing that happens to like most every YouTuber at some point.
Yeah, you guys know what censorship is, right? It's whenever you can't put an advertisement on your video that millions of people are going to see.
When your video isn't monetized, that's censorship.
And look who's just said, "Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck?" Okay. This is just a fucking YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Have I been censored too for all my woke opinions by YouTube? All the times I get demonetized?
Yeah, come on, man. Where's the Yoda reference with this?
Everybody knows the First Amendment protects monetized free speech.
Yeah, that is unnegotiable.
Yeah,
society needs.
You can say whatever you want, and it's monetized.
It's monetized. It's
so. I don't know if anybody is under the impression that like what he does is harmless or something. I mean, it mostly is, except it's the kind of content that feeds into the same mentalities that allow nerd-rotic and geeks and gamers to, they would. People see Star Wars Theory as a legit, sincere Star Wars fan because he was or is, I guess, in his own fucked
he
up
used
way.
to be when he first started, just a dude who did like little lore tidbit videos, which were great. Like he had behind the scenes books that he would talk about and all the expand universe stuff he would talk about. That was great, fantastic. Hell, I'd love to have a guy like that in the initiative to talk Star Wars with us.
That's why he has 3 million subscribers.
Yeah.
But even so, because he started having more direct impact on this stuff. Like one of his recent videos from 10 days ago is called "Theory, Mauler, and Critical Drinker React to Star Wars is Gay Drama." It just has him looking angry with a pride flag on the thumbnail.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's there's a pretty specific audience that's targeting, right?
Yeah, that's not saying, "Oh, look, I'm just a Star Wars fan. I'm just doing a little video."
That's why it's called free speech. You don't get paid for it. Zing.
That's funny. So if we go, I mean, I definitely say he's in it now, and even because he's still having a significant impact because of what he can provide to the grifters, and because he's hanging out all the time with Critical Drinker and Mauler and all these others.
Did he really say that, Anchorman?
Say what?
He said the show is going to turn him gay.
I mean,
because like if he said that, look, man, Star Wars Theory isn't watching us, obviously, but look, somebody get the message to him. If you are worried about that, or you feel like that does happen, you are already gay. I was just saying.
Yeah. If you're, oh no, this is.
If a show can make you gay, it wasn't the show.
Hey, say it, bro. You were gay all along.
Yeah. I mean, here's the lineup on that stream. It was
What point do you think? What is this making right here? Nobody has a problem. No, who has a problem with Samuel L. Jackson ever? Nobody.
No.
Everybody loves.
I mean,
they liked it when there was like 1 or 2 black people in Star Wars.
So we got like Star Wars Theory here, and we got Robot Head. I don't know who Echo Chamberlain is. We got Critical Drinker and who is that last guy?
Wait a second.
Hey, what's Mauler doing here?
We were both going for it at the same time. I was like, damn it, he's gonna get it to before me.
Where's the clip? But yeah, no, he. I miss old Star Wars Theory. I'll be blunt.
Same. I'd say average grifter. Like he's. I wouldn't say he's quite top tier yet.
I think he's a gateway for sure. I think they want to use him for that.
But at the same time, we also put Mike Zero up there, and it's like some could argue that he has more of an effect. But
I was just looking up, and Star Wars Theory pulls just barely. Surprisingly, he pulls just barely more numbers than Mike Zero.
Yeah.
Which is kind of shocking.
The thing about Star Wars Theory is that also like he is not well liked in the Star Wars fandom.
Yeah,
he's liked by grifters, but
recently,
How would you describe the fandom that doesn't like him? Like, is there like a word you'd put before fandom that you would say applies to
Fandom.
them? Like, if he's the insincere, like, you know, bad fandom, like, are they like the?
I'd say like the real fan.
Sorry.
I guess some could actually say the not fake fandom.
Yeah, that'd be the organic fandom would be good.
The natural fandom.
The natural fandom. The legit fandom. It's just I think that's all the words though.
No, yeah, there's not another word for it. I don't think. If there is, guys, let me know in the chat.
Let us know in the chat.
Let me know with the super chat, honestly.
The Whole Foods?
The Whole Foods at fandom, yeah, I think that's the one. But it's like so in some ways, like the actual fandom like does not like him. Success.
Wait, what was that word you said?
We got there organically once again, Turf.
What?
Just like the other day when we did it.
I've never heard that word before.
That other one was so funny. When
you can't make up words.
Heyo.
Exemplary fandom.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exemplary.
Shills. That's really what it is. It's just shills. Let's be honest.
Shills. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So, what are we?
Everybody knows nuanced, thoughtful, honest criticism. It also means shilling.
Yup.
I feel like honestly, he would be most annoyed at being called top tier grifter, because I like to think that he really thinks he's insincere, or that he's sincere, more so than even Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker. You know?
Oh, we have plenty that Nerdrotic it is not sincere. Critical Drinker. Come on.
So let me ask something. Propose a question now that we're here at the end of all things. Do you think that our bias, considering what we do, has skewed us on this?
Possibly.
For sure. I do not
like. I mean, I think the average person. I think the average person would probably put Quartering in top tier, honestly, because he's so talked about. But just seeing his influence is nothing.
Average grifter seems about right, maybe, but you definitely the lead average grifter. He's the top tier average.
Oh no, he's more relevant than all these guys, except possibly Adam and Sitch. But they're kind of doing a different thing.
Yeah,
although they are both kind of
Razor Fist
in the middle road thing.
Can we add Razor Fist?
Oh yeah, I'll get them.
Yeah,
and then we have two left, and then we can rank them with.
Well, we've already got like Jeremy Griggs in there, and then who's the other one?
No, that's like with Razor Fist. We also have this last guy. That's Clownfish.
I will also. Oh, I've never seen a picture of Clownfish. I will say the big difference between Star Wars Theory and Adam and Stick is that like Star Wars Theory I think is genuine. He's just kind of a dipshit. Adam and Sitch are just full-fledged grifters. They are just selling a story to their audience.
Yeah. True. So where do we put Clownfish?
Mid-tier?
Bad grifter? Mid-tier?
I'd go bad or mid-tier.
I'd say average grifter, but toward the end of the tail end of that thing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be pretty low. Then what about Razor Fist?
Ooh. I don't think he's quite top tier. Ooh, just a bigot is a good one for him too. Yeah,
I'd say.
And then now I get to transition. Got a little segue to this.
Ruh-roh.
First time I ever tweeted at this fucking dude. Instablock.
This seems like a person who's definitely not a snowflake.
No. He's a piece of shit
who likes criticism.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he's open to criticism. What are you talking about? Listen, I feel like that is like bragging rights because he still will pop up in my timeline occasionally, and I don't like that. I would block him, but part of my job is keeping an eye on these guys.
Right. I mean, I only block. I don't think I've blocked anybody recently or anything. I used to.
After the Nerdrotic thing, I blocked quite a few people, just not any of the drifter folk.
See, the reason that,
A lot of their
that
fans
Razor
got
Fist
blocked.
is just a grifter. I mean, just a fucking bigot is because we would say that he's a grifter, but really, I mean, he is. But like, he's tried to launch this whole Iron Age bullshit, like another kind of extension of Comicsgate, and like, there's a reason we haven't really talked about them, other than passing mentions. It's because it's not really a thing that matters, and it's not going to take off. And it's like, I don't know. It's just more rebranded Comicsgate crap. And as long as that's the case, then we're just going to keep calling shit Comicsgate.
Yeah. True. All right. So, do we want to rank them within their?
We did these. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that.
So I definitely don't think Tim Pool is the top tier grifter of them all.
Ooh, Elon? Maybe?
I mean, if we're talking about fandom, no.
Yeah, if we're talking about fandom, probably not Elon, but overall,
I mean, I think Tim Pool is pretty big, but I don't think.
Are we talking about fandom? I forget why we had Elon and stuff in there. Is that just
well, he's definitely a hardcore grifter, but
like grifters in general. That's the thing. Like, if we want to prioritize within fandom, because like pop culturally, also Elon is very up there.
There's people that still think he's like Tony Stark or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap between like Elon Musk fans and Critical Drinker fans.
True. But I'd say that's a good number 1 and 2 right there.
I'd say so too, yeah, for sure.
Although they're both technically number 2, but
let's be honest, everybody here is number 2.
They're turds.
Just put turd on the thumbnail.
Turd.
Are you kidding?
Pure class.
Don't use that word too much. People are gonna say
his entire career is fucking grift, man. Like his entire persona is a grifted, persona. Like,
listen, he built himself up from nothing, except the small fortune his father left him in blood diamonds.
But that's a small fortune.
Guys, we already did Jeremy Griggs. It's really kind of pointless to do them separate. I mean, or we were planning on rating him again.
Oh no, he's already there. Yeah. Do we think like Tim?
I mean, if we're talking about fandom, I'd put Nerdrotic over Tim, but
but if we're saying
Tim,
like
I think is probably bigger than Nerdrotic
like
overall.
Pop culturally, yeah.
To be fair, it's not Elon's fault that he was born into Blood Emerald family, but it's just his fault that he, continued to take money on that and likes to act like he built himself up from nothing to where he is when he just was born into Blood Emerald family.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm fine
he could have solved world hunger. Elon Musk could have solved world hunger for a fraction of the price of Twitter. Guess which one he went with?
And then he just now got all his money back for Twitter from through a SpaceX, I think, or Tesla. Got a big fucking $44 billion bonus.
Damn.
Literally almost exactly what he paid for fucking Twitter.
Yeah. Bro could do it again.
I like that top tier is pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Who's the second one on the second?
So Adam and Sitch.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I definitely want to put.
Yeah, just robot would be towards the end of that.
Put
he's just
Adam
really
Sitch
dumb
toward the end a little bit. And I have an announcement about Adam and Sitch. I'd like to do. I guess I could do that now or after.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Oh. Do it whenever you feel.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it now so I don't forget. Let me. Of course, I have a graphic for it, guys. Come on, it's me.
Dane has a graphic since when?
I never had one before.
Guys, Dane's first graphic ever.
Also, Noam Chomsky, man, fucking R.I.P.
Oh damn,
real one. He was a real one.
He was good, and try not to put his
don't fixate on the last few years so much, okay?
Yeah, if you ignore the past few years, he was based as fuck.
So I have a statement about these Adam and Sitch fellows that I'm gonna make, and I'm going to support it on Friday. Statement being, they're right.
Oh shit!
What?
Oh shit!
I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna back it up.
Oh, do you mean like they're right
I'm
leaning?
saying they're right, man. They're just right. Okay?
They're right.
I see what
They're
you
right.
did there.
So check out Friday's stream, and I'll show you how they're right.
Okay. So, it's a big task.
What?
Apparently his wife is denying his death.
Are you kidding me?
What?
It was all over the place.
It's like the news I'm seeing recently.
What?
Bro's
Did they
doing an
ask him
experiment.
if he was alive, and he was like, "No." And it's like, man, you've had the wrong takes for several years now.
He went on YouTube and said, "I'm dead," and everyone went, "Oh shit, he's dead."
I'm dead. Bro tried to be like cool with the young people and was laughing at a joke and said, "I'm dead." And then
Well, I
people
mean,
were
like,
like, "Oh no!"
he had some weird takes on, on fucking Ukraine too. So it's like he could just be like, he just has been wrong, and that's it. Like he flipped a switch in his brain. It's an old age, and he's just wrong all the time now.
Yeah.
Somebody said,
Stephen
"You live?"
E's.
Nope.
I was just gonna say Stephen E's got some interesting names.
Yeah. It's kind of a
Not really fandom guys, but we don't exclusively have fandom guys on
No.
here.
At this
so-
point, I'm like, they'll have to wait until next time.
Yeah. So listen, these guys are irrelevant.
Yes, they are irrelevant. They would not even make it onto the list.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mecha Random
Be
should
like,
be
Andrew
higher than
Tate,
that
who
Star
the
Wars
fuck
girl.
are
I
you
don't
talking
know,
about?
man. Because you got to consider the fucking you got to consider the cringe, right? Like the lol cow factor. So like maybe Mecha Random has more I guess pull to some degree than that Star Wars girl or whatever, but like people generally think that's or Mecha Random is fucking, honestly she's kind of insane.
Yeah.
She is.
I also don't think we need a order for like irrelevant.
Sure.
I just feel like that a little bit.
Yeah, they're
goes
just
against the point.
irrelevant,
Like
man.
they are all irrelevant. None of them are more irrelevant.
Well, that's not the standard, Mick. That's not the standard we're basing it on. So I mean, that's kind of silly thing to say. And you're
None of them are household names like
Right.
Elon Musk. What?
Oh yeah, Elon Musk is not for sure. Right?
Yeah. Critical drinker. These Ben Shapiro are
Ben
not.
Shapiro's not a household name either. Okay.
That was a good statement.
That's
What
silly,
was the
silly.
thing about average grifter? Who's
Disparo's
higher, Eric
too high,
July
in my
or
opinion.
yeah?
I feel
And
like
what does it
they're
matter if somebody's
pushing
a household
Az and
name?
Eric higher than Disparo.
Hold on, if you've got if you're like a 45-year-old guy and you got a family or something, and like you're a big time nerdrotic watcher, right? Like you don't watch it with your family. You just watch nerdrotic all the time. And you get your opinions through nerdrotic, and then you're like reciting that shit to your family. Your kids are hearing it, and they're thinking that's just fucking gospel. That's the truth. That is an influence that's having, despite him not being a household name. You know what I mean? Like that's just a fucking arbitrary thing. Sorry.
Anyways,
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I rant.
We love your rants, man.
I actually feel like maybe we should put Demion on the other side of Ryan Cannell, because like Demion doesn't get mentioned too much, but he's kind of a rising star, and I hate putting that attribute on him. But yeah,
bro's a
he
rising
pulls
star.
in views.
Delete your
for the
channel,
CHUD community.
Demion. Fuck.
Yeah, he's terrible, but
How dare you censor him, Dane?
yeah.
Yeah, I tried to make him delete his channel. I tried to force him to.
Yeah, how could you? All right. Are you guys are the Eric July and Ethan Meskyver experts?
Kind of the same problem that we had last time is it's hard to tell
who's winning.
Like I have a lot of bias when it comes to him.
Like EVS gets more consistent views, and I feel like he has probably I don't know who has more viewers fan base, and Eric July is definitely astroturfed more.
Well, okay, here we can say this for sure. We know that Eric July has been losing subs. He's lost in the last like I don't know 6 months or something, a few thousand subs. Whereas when I looked at EVS's stuff not too long ago, he's remained pretty consistent for quite a while.
Yeah. So that's the big difference is I don't like all I know, pretty much all I can tell you definitively between those two is that Eric July is astroturfed more. Which means I don't know which one. I don't.
So I guess this is fine for now, right?
So I will, Samir. I will say for Grums, I kind of feel like Grumps is going to be a flash in a pan. Like he's noteworthy now, but he wasn't noteworthy like a few months ago, and I think in a few months he won't be noteworthy again.
He is latching himself onto this shit as best he can,
Mhm.
and but I don't think that a lot of people really care.
No. All right, bad grifter. I'd probably put good old Jordan at the top.
Let's just say Griggs is number one bad grifter because he just admits it, basically.
Oh, true. Like he's
Yeah,
probably
true.
the worst grifter of them.
I mean, Jordan's just bad grifter because of brain damage at this point.
Yeah. Yellow Flash being someone who admits that, like, oh, I was wrong, and like after he had spent,
Bro is a bad grifter.
X-Men still a flop.
I guess I'm fine with Shay being at the bottom just because he's at least he seems like.
Hey,
a
I'm
true
fine.
believer.
I'm fine with Shad being at the bottom just because it'll piss him off.
Yeah. You're the most unnoteworthy of the bad grifters.
Yes.
All right. Just a bigot. I
Vosh is definitely the worst bigot on there.
Yeah, Vosh is definitely.
I'll be
number one
honest.
here.
No, I have my serious criticisms of Vosh, but like it doesn't feel right.
No, obviously this is just for the jokes.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bigot because he prefers horses over people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, other animals, like
that makes him
all the
sad.
bestiality porn in the world, and you only go with horses.
Yeah. Like obviously, out of everyone on this list, like Vosh is not supposed to be here.
To be clear, it was not bestiality porn. That's not what it was.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying it was good, but it was not the actual literal physical animals of being shown.
It was
renderings of such.
It's not good, but it's not like terrible either. It's essentially cringe, especially I can
At least
describe it.
based on what we know, no animals were actually exploited for whatever he had.
No.
That he was just
no, I don't know. They're all. This is another similar to Irrelevant. Like they're all just bigots.
Yeah, just bigot. You know what?
I don't want to rank.
God damn it!
necessarily.
Like a couple months ago, I want to put Bounding Comics at the top of that. In fact, I won't even put them in just a bigot. I want to put them like much
They're
higher.
pretty-
But now they've become fairly irrelevant.
The only chud that I
I'd
know
actually
uses it anymore is Melanie Mack, and
I'd actually put JTA's and his bullshit publication above Bounding the Comics at this point.
Well, so what happened with Bounding into Comics? It seemed like they were really prominent for a little while. Like they, it was kind of they were on the rise, and then something happened. Wow. Maybe we'll just have to talk about that next week.
Maybe.
Yeah. The fall of Bounding into Comics. That sounds like a good episode, honestly.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, we are not passive players in that story.
No.
All right.
That's a giant W in
Delvin
our camp
thinks
right there.
socialism is a political system around being social. Okay.
True.
Yeah. It kind of is in a way. Like it is. I mean, that's a stupid way to say it, but I mean, it also is not like entirely factually incorrect, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I could make an argument that pretty much every political system is around being social to a degree.
Yeah. It's like saying, I don't know. I'm tired. Somehow.
Me too. But this is our the initiative's official grifter tier list.
Now. You know what? Move Hypnotic to the bottom of just a bigot because he is so he might as well just be irrelevant at this point.
Yeah. Bro did not have a very long shelf life.
Tyra Magnus, yeah, he's bad grifter. Maybe
I would say bad. I don't know.
Because I think that he believes what he's saying from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, he's another one that I kind of just categorize as a dumbass.
Yeah,
he gives me just stupid vibes.
Yeah,
like he doesn't seem like a person who has much going on. He just sits there and laughs at.
I mean, easy
bigotry.
content. I mean, I guess make a living just sitting there watching a video and laughing during it. I mean,
yeah,
you stumbled into something, buddy.
So yeah.
Fuck yeah, dog.
We finished it finally.
I think we're good.
It's done.
This was a beast of a list to get done.
You know, and yeah, I can think of a couple we missed, but I think we're good.
Yeah, we can always bring them next time. But I think next time we do a tier list, it should definitely be something fun.
Yeah. This was a bit of an exercise, but I think it was important that we do this.
I think it's kind of fun. Yeah.
It led to a lot of discussion.
Get a lot of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll piss off at least one or two of them, which will be fun. That is very fun.
Yeah. What's something we can do? Like,
I mean, we
by
have
the way,
pretty good
if anybody
viewership
on
today.
this CHUD tier list is watching, make sure to like and subscribe.
Oh yeah.
And also, if you feel like you were not placed in the right, tier, let us know. If you feel like you're a better grifter than bad, I don't
Listen.
Yeah.
The
Please
best way to
tell us
let us
about
know
your
is to
grift.
make a video whining about us.
Yeah, make the point about why you're just a really good grifter, actually.
Yeah, do what you're best at. Make a nuanced and thoughtful video.
And if you feel like you should be just a bigot, then let us know.
Yeah,
say
that's
it,
true.
Say it
Well
with your
said.
chest.
Yeah. Nerd Rod comes in, man, I'm just a bigot. What the fuck?
Yeah, what do you mean? I'm not a grifter. I mean what I say.
Oh, it looks
sure.
like Jesse
Bigot,
Grant's
then.
got a new
well, not
video
then.
up.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow. Woo.
Huh.
Yikes.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Can't believe
he does
like,
have a
you
lot of
just
those
uploaded
videos that are
now.
just fake fucking tweets.
Oh, that's oddly. I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate it.
That's
but-
lovely. I'd put others.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a couple of guys that probably
Comic
one in
Historian
particular.
was good, man.
Comic Historian was like, and I didn't really even think of him that way until of course now it's too late. But like, man, he did more by just representing fandom in a good way. Because I guarantee that dude did not love every story that he was like, narrating and shit on his channel. But he was like, somebody else might like it.
Dude, like I watched his video on essentially why White Black Panther doesn't work. And it was very thoughtful. And it's like he had one point I didn't quite agree with, but like still, like I was behind his overall point, and it was this thoughtful, nuanced thing that you don't get from any of these fucking chuds. Any. And we need more.
But
like
his video was why Black Panther doesn't work.
Why a White Black Panther doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, wow, man, that's what.
Yeah. No.
I mean, if you made a good argument for that, okay. But
here's
like,
why. Yeah, no, he was making the argument of why Pedro Pascal is Reed Richards is fine. Why Ryan Gosling as Black Panther? Fuck no. I mean, that's obviously the Chud's argument. It's like, well, if you can do this, you can do this. It's like, no.
Mikhail, I'd say that Perch, I don't know that he is a chud. I mean, like he's definitely a question mark for me. I do think that a lot of the same people that watch his content are chuds. I think that some of the stuff that like the positions he takes, but I've also seen him kind of like speaking directly against certain things from the right on Twitter and whatnot. And so I'm not quite sure how to categorize him. He could just be simply a guy who has some really fucking frustrating opinions. That's possible. Yeah.
There are guys like that. I mean, if we're looking in the movie circuit, like I had people in my chat the other day asking if Adam does movies as a chud. And I'll tell you guys straight up, no, he's not a chud. He has some really bad takes, in my opinion. But they're his takes. He's not a chud. Adam does movies.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
he's a guy I disagree with a lot, but no, he's absolutely not a chud.
Oh, do we have anything else we wanted to cover? Or?
No, I think I'm ready to head out of here. But
I would like to encourage everyone to hit the like button, subscribe on not just the channel you're watching on, but if you check that QR code that I don't think it's on screen right now, but the list is in the description. You can hit that up. You can hit up that. Also, just hit up the link that's in the description, the link tree. Just see an amazing list of content creators, broad, diverse perspectives. Different takes. We're not all in agreement on everything, but the one thing that none of them are as anybody that would ever end up on this list, on this ranking. So
yeah.
So yeah, and I guess anything to go over. I'm doing a stream tomorrow, and then again I'll be off for a week, so that'll be my last stream for a week, and then I'll be back the next week. That's the way the rest of summer will be. But I will still be doing podcasts because podcasts will they don't take as long, and sometimes my daughter will be involved with that, so that helps. But yeah, so
nice.
On a week off week for the rest of summer for me, guys. But I'm going to be live tomorrow. Got some comic books to cover. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ultimates #1. I'm excited to look into that one. I haven't read that one yet. Miles Morales, his first Blood Hunt solo book. I'm interested to see that. And what else? Alan Scott, Green Lantern #5. Those would be the comic books. And I'll also be looking at CHUD coverage of Doctor Who, which has had a fantastic couple of episodes, including the one where the Doctor might be a little bit gay, but it's actually handled unbelievably well.
Cool. I got a couple of quick clips that I can show on the way out the door.
Sounds good.
I meant to promote this one guy. I guess I can save it, but like I've meant to promote him before and forgot then too. But like it's a channel called I forgot his channel name. So Friday I'll have something. If you look up, if you want to watch an awesome video on Spider-Man and masculinity, then just look up Spider-Man and masculinity. It's about an 8-minute video, and it's really fucking good. He's also got one on Wolverine and masculinity. That's how I found him. Check that shit out.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, I will be streaming Friday once again, talking about good old Adam and Stitch and why they're right, man. They're just right. As simple as that. They're right, and I'm going to prove that. Beyond a shadow.
They're
of a doubt.
right. Yeah,
sure.
Wing.
They don't like to think that they are, but they are. A lot of people seem to not think that they're not right, but they are right.
Yeah, and you're going to show the world that they're right.
Gonna prove it, baby.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you.
So anyway, by the way, yeah, check this out. No
Subscribe to me. Oh, Dane, take my hand.
Hey, just wanted to see how that pause music was coming along. Now keep in mind, this is a movie tie-in video game from the Nintendo 64. Not looking for anything too crazy. What do you think about this?